And we're slowly coming in, but we are here. There we go.
Hello.
We're here. So it does take a little bit for us to just slowly piece in, but we're here. Welcome to Circus of the Broken Chain, our Pathfinder 2 Circus-based TTRPG adventure, brought to you by Roll20. They're not a sponsor, but we are an ambassador, and it's not really brought to you by them. But hey, I like saying that. So please, Roll20, sponsor us, please. Give us money. We had a discussion before the channel about if we get paid, I can be mean to everybody, but otherwise I need to be so nice to everybody.
Yeah, but if you are mean to us, even if you pay us, we'll unionize. Yeah,
that's the catch. So we'll work it out.
On strike.
We'll work it out. Also not a sponsor is Roll20. Is Syrinscape. So check out Syrinscape at syrinscape.com for amazing audio for your adventures and your role-playing and your board gaming. Great company, great audio, and can really add to the atmosphere of your table. Hideki Chibi did the artwork for the show. It's awesome. Send her lots of money, or just commission her at bestokecc.com.au. That's bespoke character creations at .com.au. And Lorian Ross, who's just right down here, there, did the amazing intro music. Commissions are closed though, but just send him money.
Yes.
Send lots and lots and lots and lots of monies.
Or you can just listen to my stuff. Subscribe to me on YouTube. You can do that.
Oh, YouTube's. I gotta get that link.
It's just you just search Lorian Ross. It's
just make it easy. Make it easy. And
I think shock horror.
I think that's about everything for the bits and pieces. Do we need a content warning?
For what?
Content warning. There's going to be role playing.
That's
pretty much it.
In my role playing game.
I know.
Say it ain't so.
I know.
Intros less often than you expect.
Let's get into this. Let's get into the game. Let's do the intros. MrLiveProducer, was you never first?
Oh, I feel so loved. Hello, I'm MrLiveProducer. I'll be playing your. I always want to say Fire Twirler, but I have to remind myself, no, I'm not the Fire Twirler anymore. I am the current ringmaster of the Circus of the Broken Chain.
You can do both.
Yeah, I haven't actually used my Fire Twirling things for at least a season. I know. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to today's game and whatever evilness that will happen. Yeah, that's it.
Lorian?
Hi, I'm Lorian Ross, and I will be playing Azzy, the Kobold Kineticist. And looking forward to... I'm itching to get into combat to try this new class out. I'm just, but I don't want to. It's conflicting because I don't want to just fight something for the hell of it, but also.
No, don't fight something for the hell of it. We're currently on 39 HP.
I do want to fight something for the hell of it.
We filled up to full. Remember, we had enough time during the travel to do that.
Mm-hmm. Using medicine?
Alright, I wasn't told we had enough time to heal up to full.
It's a 4 hour, it was a 4 miles left, so yeah, you could have, you heal up really quickly in a party with healers. Speaking of people that really want to, show off their character in combat, Del, how'd that go last week?
Yeah, it didn't go well, thanks to someone. But hi everyone, I'm Del, and I am playing Elizabeth Nova Day Walker, the human gunslinger. Yeah, I'm itching to get into combat. I will bring that wrath down upon us. That is what I desire, please. I would like to shoot something.
Okie dokie. Will?
I'll let you shoot something, Will.
Yes. Hey everybody, I'm Will. I'm playing Boyd. Boyd. Yeah, I know. I'm doing great. Boyd's doing great.
Oh boy, Boyd.
Oh boy, Boyd. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun today. I do want to go into combat, but just because I want to ruin everyone's time, so it'd be great. So yeah, can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
Okay. And I'm the ringmaster today. My hat's here, but it's really hard to wear with the. But anyway, so let's get into it. We left last week with some travelling on the range. You've come to Matt and Cleve and found that the mayor who you were supposed to speak to wasn't available, and so you had to find the mayor. And now you're off to. After a little bit of hijinks and interrogation of some of the, it wasn't even locals, but people passing through, you're off to find the mayor's farm. You're on a small little track off out of town. A few miles out, you see a small little carriage farm to the east, and people working the fields.
Just double checking, this was just the circus folk that were going.
Just the circus folk.
Mm-hmm.
Well, wait, is it everybody else? Don't you want to go to the mayor?
I think Lizzie and Boyd stayed behind because you guys are just figuring things out.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't the plan also to then maybe pop into that other the other place, the other farm?
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's like
That
everyone.
night. At least that's what we discussed last week.
I thought it was everyone was going because you don't leave people behind.
I mean, if you would have asked, but I do believe
would have asked.
that
I would
the
have asked.
plan was
Also, don't split the party.
yeah.
We're
Because
going
remember,
on,
last time we split the party, our youngest turned into a raccoon and got into a fight with a feral animal.
Just keep in mind that this means that your youngest is now going with you to talk to the mayor.
You can sit outside.
Oh, that's not a good idea.
Remember
let's
what
do it.
happened last time he sat outside?
Yeah, we
got
really
into a
did.
fight
Got into a fight with a raccoon.
I'm saying I think especially if Emmy's not here, we shouldn't
Yeah.
just.
No, I get that.
So, you arrive at a small farm where there's people working the fields. It looks like they're working the fields and they're harvesting, and it's ground fruit. Like it looks like maybe carrots or turnips or something like that in the fields that they're harvesting. And when I say a small farm, the farm itself is actually smaller than you expected.
Are
As
there...
in, for the mayors, it's quite humble, or
I mean, height.
is it sunk into the ground?
No,
It's a smaller field. It's not a tall field.
those working the fields are not human or elf or etc., but rather
Is it
halflings.
currently harvest? Is it currently harvest season? Going to?
How good are you at agriculture?
I think I would know enough.
Then can I see a roll?
Yes. Can I roll a society check?
That'll be nature.
I'd say
Is
nature.
Boyd smart enough to know that if they're harvesting, it's probably harvest season?
Yeah.
Rather nature though
Sure.
than society.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, yeah, that's great. It's perfect. Yeah, I'm really good at those.
You wouldn't have a clue. With a roll of a 6 on nature, you would not have a clue. So, they are harvesting. Where, like, are you going to the house or are you going out to the fields?
I would say we talk to people there first, to the fields, to
Yeah,
figure out where.
let's just. We'll sort of head. I'm gonna sort of head towards the house, but try and get someone's attention on the way there.
That's easily done. It's like this is essentially a track that goes out just to this farm at the moment, so they don't get many passers by. So, hello there.
Hi. Sorry, out of question, just because we're coming here to talk, just to talk to the mayor, and that's and
Talk to the mayor to
inquire
figure
about-
out where the circus can set up.
Gotcha. Hi. Just wondering if the mayor's in.
Actually, not in, but out. She's over there. And one of the hands just points to a middle-aged halfling that's pulling turnips out of the field.
Thank you, excellent. Thank you so much. And I'll sort of are we okay to just make our way over there, or should we wait?
Yeah, just like maybe go up the aisles first and not like over all the foods, because like
Yeah, of course. I sort of lead the way.
as you lead the way, can I just get a nature roll from someone?
Do you want it from Leafy or
Leafy's probably the best if Leafy is there, and if you want Leafy to be there, Leafy is there.
I'll chip in.
with like an
32.
8?
Holy shit!
Or you can
With a
just do it.
32,
I rolled a natural 19.
this doesn't seem to be harvesting season. And what they're pulling out is not good quality food. It's more stunted and early season. But
Yeah, this is not looking good. These have. Yeah, the crops have all gone out of whack, it seems.
Out of whack. I agree. If that's the case, then I think what we need to do is that we need to help these people grow their crops, endear ourselves to the mayor, and then buy the town. I think it's actually pretty easy to do. So if we can do that, do you have any ways to actually? Do any of you have any ways to actually, like, influence grass and weeds?
Leafy might.
Boyd, what? Buy the town?
I mean, that's like, I skipped like 2 or 3 steps in there. Obviously, we have to be elected mayor and then start a dictatorship. And then we we start like taking over the place.
How are you going to start a dictatorship if you're elected?
It's a slow transition. Like before you know it, then we're like, trying to make things like, things have to be pretty or things have to be nice. It's like I had them in my own hometown. They're called, what are they called? HOAs. I had those. Yes. So those are like that. Like if we just like endear ourselves
What's an
to
HOA?
Boyd, I
Yeah.
think we have other things to do than to try and run a dictatorship in a town that we've just stepped into today.
Oh, do we not have enough time for that?
Probably not.
Did the mayor
Okay,
hear
please.
all of this?
I'm saying no.
Thank you.
Lead
But
the way
I'm
then.
tempted to charge you a hero point for that. No, I'm kidding.
Please do. Please discourage this behavior.
I will
Charge
follow the
for
lead,
those that want it not to happen.
Oh.
Not to happen. Wow.
I'm kidding.
No, throw him to the
Void
wolves.
tax is going to-
So we're throwing Boyd to the walls. And the cockatrice.
With
I also get
Styria.
a perception
We'll
as
tear 'em
well.
apart. I can do perception.
Sure. I am better at that now that I have changed class.
Hey, wow.
Another 34.
Yeah, wow. Okay, so for the 29 and the 34, Elizabeth and Azzy, you notice that like the ground itself isn't really fertile as you're stepping. It's like a little bit more dusty than you have like. It's got a feeling of like Abberton for those that hadn't been to Abberton, but it's like it just seems like it's not really quite there, and it doesn't really like there's the surrounding area as well just doesn't seem to be rich in nature, But as you approach the mayor says, "Oh, hi, my name is Martha. Can I help you? Are you here to help with the harvest, or?"
We're not. If you need help though, Boyd here was quite keen to help. He was just saying so earlier.
We're always
However,
looking for helpers for the early harvest.
Yeah, but we wanted to talk to you. We're from out of town, and we're
That's
part
obvious.
of. Yeah, right. I can't remember the last time I've seen. The only other kobold I've seen was part of our circus troupe. We are.
They're
part of a
halflings.
The halflings.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, but like,
This is unrelated.
Aside from myself, I'm saying just like, yeah, I stick out. So we're from a circus troupe. We've just come from Escadar, and we were hoping to talk to you to find a way we could set up our tent and our performances in Matt Cleave. We were hoping to chat with you and find a nice bit of land where we can be out of the way of any sort of harvesting or anything, but also where people can come and have a nice show to entertain them and take their mind off things.
A lot of like.
We're the Circus of the Broken Chain.
I apologize for not hearing you, like for not knowing that name before, but a lot of people are busy right now with the fields. I mean, it's this situation's a bit. It's not a happy one, but entertainment might be a good one.
Yeah, it doesn't seem so. The harvest looks like it's not been good.
It's Madden Cleave used to be one of the richest lands in the Swordlands, most fertile soil, but it's not as good as it once was, and this new blight is a concern. That's why we're harvesting early. Just the blight's not too far from here at the moment, so we're trying to.
A blight.
Yes.
So it's been sudden.
I mean, there's a suddenness, but there's also a gradual decline in recent years. But the blight is the most certainly sudden.
When you say blight, is it just like?
And we're back. Sorry, a little bit of disruption there. But speaking to the mayor, I can't remember what we just said. Do you remember?
We're going on an adventure.
I am not scared.
I asked what is this blight? What does it look like? What is it? Is it just like a disease? Or is it like?
I can show you if you want to do travel, but it's either way. It's
Yeah.
I mean, do you want?
Is it a curse of some kind? I work with curses like pretty much exclusively.
I mean, sure thing.
It's just a small nominal fee. It's like very small.
Boy.
It's like, just if I just look at it maybe and fix it, you can just like put me on the ballot for. It's fine, whatever. But yeah, go on.
Where is Will, by the way? He just.
I will say. So like, well, instead of showing you, it's just like the land itself is just not as. It's almost how can I put it? It's got a yellow tinge to it. And the earth is just. It's not being able to support crops or grasses, trees. Well, trees are a bit more resilient. They're taking a bit more. They've got a bit more life to them, but it's not.
But that's what's been sudden, or that's
yes.
the gradual change.
No, that's the sudden. The gradual, like, over the last few seasons, or quite a number of seasons actually, even generations, the land has been just a little bit less. But it's okay. We've gone through the abundancy of the sword lands, so Matt and Cleve especially, who's been able to cope. We have the crops have just been a little bit less every year. But now this is destroying whole crops, and that's why we're trying to get rid of. That's why we're trying to get our crops out of the ground so we can at least sell them before the blight gets to us.
Where did it start?
It's coming from the western areas. Like, it's not hitting every farm, but it's hitting enough to cause issues.
It
Has
feels
it
like
been getting hotter? Perhaps.
No, just a little bit less rain, maybe. The river's dried up.
sounds like what happened in Abberton.
All fixed.
Abberton? Where's Abberton?
Oh wait.
Over in the island to the north.
So I don't get out that much. Well, not at least that far.
No, there was a this is what kind of happened in another place, which
They've got the blight as well.
There was another tower, another bit like what I've heard about the Wellspring Tower, and it had some things wrong with it, and that was making the land around it decay. And I've heard that there are not so good things happening with the Wellspring Tower as well.
I mean, we don't really go out there anymore. It's not really tradition after. Oh, it's been a long time.
Is it dangerous?
I mean, the Swordland's an abundant place, so we live off that abundance. But I'm sure other creatures would as well.
People dying? Is there a lot of frequent deaths been happening recently?
You mean murders? No.
Not murder.
No murders,
peaceful
but like
folk.
no. Okay, but there's like no serial killers or anything like that wandering around, if you know, or
And
No,
is there any
it's-
groups of?
there's a few farmers that are now off their land and trying to get by. So there's some banditry happening, but it's nothing to be concerned about. Well, at least
So
they're keeping.
we heard some things from when we were back in Carrick. Are people dying in their sleep after a string of nightmares that you're aware of?
That was what I was getting to. But yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about nightmares, but there's
Otherwise,
like
healthy
people die all the
dying all
time.
of a sudden. Yeah, but otherwise healthy people.
I mean, healthy people, unhealthy people. Farming life's a hard life. You don't even know what's going to strike you down after a hard day's work on the farm.
If you're after a hard day's work, you're quite fit. You've got a hardy constitution. It would mean you're not likely to be sickly if you're out here working the fields all day.
But at
You
the same
spend all day
time,
in the sun doing hard work. It's not easy on the body.
What's wrong with the sun?
Yeah. People would literally die by walking into the sun.
It can be a little fatiguing. That's why I got. And she just points up at the parasol.
Right, that's right. Warm blood. Yeah. Well, in any case, if you do hear of anything, we run this. We're part of the circus as well, but we also like to help people out. So we're looking into
so
it.
this circus, how big is it? How much room would you need?
It is insert dimensions here.
it is insert dimensions here.
I mean, I think we would know in character, but out of character,
Yeah. It's like, oh, that sounds a bit large. I mean,
it's quite big, yeah. But it attracts a lot of people, and it can bring it could bring some money to Matt and Cleve, which is if the produce is not doing so well, you might need it for to stock up the granaries.
We do have there's area that we could probably use for like to situate you, because like there's a area that we used to use for trade shows and whatnot. We haven't used it for a while, but it's cleared out. It's flat. It suits you. Water might be an issue. We might have to bring some water in.
Water will not be an issue. Trust me.
Well, if water's not an issue, we could rent out the space for you, and so you can put on the shows.
Yeah.
While you're in town.
Sure thing.
Actually, do we have that letter of introduction still?
Oh,
Do you? No one's mentioned it.
I say we would.
I don't see why we wouldn't have chucked it. Although, again, out of character, I've completely forgotten about it.
Okay, then. Let's just say diplomacy or society check to have that.
Oh.
Otherwise, you are this close to being charged.
No, because I'm just saying, because we were told to see this person.
I could diplomacy. Well, I'm the one talking, so...
There is a specific number here.
Can I aid with society or diplomacy?
It's one or the other.
I got a plus 15.
I have a plus 13 on diplomacy and a plus 12 on society, so I'll aid with diplomacy.
Yep.
Alright.
Not an aid.
Just a regular old roll. 30.
Okay.
He's rolling really well.
I have been, yeah.
So you've passed the 24 check.
Oh, well.
And then you bring out like your letter of introduction from off of Andy. The Martha like opens up and okay. Well, I was going to charge you 50 gold for the rental space. You're that close. But if Opera says that you're going to be helping out the Grange, then I guess that we can have that pass and just like let you have the space. And of course, taxes will be a thing, of course. But we don't collect taxes. That would be the church back in Carrick. Just make sure that everything's noted there for them, because the priest is a bit of a stickler for that. I heard that he's on his way to the festival site to make sure all the performers pay their taxes on time at Tarpon Row.
Oh, yeah.
But if you want to help out the fields, I mean, while you're in town...
You said that there wasn't one particular place or farm that you could pinpoint the start of the blat to?
No, it's not hitting everybody, but it's significant enough.
That's strange. You haven't seen any patterns, any specific crops that are being hit more than others?
I'm guessing you come from a city, like just a supposition. In nature, in farming, patterns in nature aren't common. In a city, like streets are patterns, and like the layout of the city itself is a pattern.
Well,
we don't generally have that much out here.
Thank you, but there are some diseases that hurt some plants more than others.
It's not just our farm here, but it's other plants too.
Also, of course, there are patterns in nature. You know, patterns of
in
flowers
weather,
and,
yes, but not in like structural things.
Yeah, the structure of a flower. Have you ever looked closely at a flower? It's like got a really nice like pattern, like spirals. Like a
Sometimes you just have to look close and see it.
Big cats have
flower is
patterns
different.
too. There's really big cats with like the lines. They have patterns too. It's like one of those things.
Do you have those in the circus?
We're getting off topic.
Do we actually have any big cats in the circus, or are we still traumatized by...
Could, if we wanted to.
The only big cat-like creature you have is the Barghost.
We also have a shapeshifter. We also have a druid.
Who's more woven?
He's more wolven. Yeah. That's the closest thing to a big cat that you have.
Right.
But if you want to help out the farm, I mean, we can shout you dinner for tonight, but that's about all we've got.
Are you talking about manual labor, or are you talking about like
Yes.
like managing them?
No, manual labour.
Do you need
For-
water anywhere? Like, do you need any crops need watering, or is it just pulling them up?
Well, that's the problem. We're pulling them up because, like, I think we're giving up for this season
Chat.
and just hoping for next season is much better. But we've got stores. We'll be okay.
Well, we are going to be probably heading off to... what's the name of the person who died recently, whose place has gone to pot?
Not
I mean-
recently. It was about a year ago, wasn't it?
Note.
Yeah.
I believe I put this in the
14 months to be specific.
journal.
Old Carrow's
The Miller's
place.
family.
Oh,
Is
Carrow,
it-
thank
no,
you.
No, that's
Caro.
no, that's the first place. Why is that journal so out of date?
Because no one uses it.
We have a journal.
So yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have to check out old Caro's place because we think that might be related to what's happening to...
But when you say that, she just insists, oh, that old bastard, and spits on the ground.
Oh? Doesn't have the best reputation, do they? Did they?
Oh. When his neighbours died years ago, he laughed at it. He enjoyed the fact that his neighbours died.
Sounds like a spiteful old bastard, to be honest.
Well, it really is, and we still haven't figured out what to do with his farm. He just laid derelict for 14 months.
Okay, well, has anyone ever decided to rework that old farm? Why might not be there at the moment?
It's just been abandoned. No one's touched it. No one wants to go near it.
Wow.
It
The guy was a bastard.
Yeah, but it could be haunted by the spirits of the dead.
I mean, the
sorry.
fact that you didn't like the man doesn't mean that his land couldn't be good use.
He was run down when he was alive. It's not going to be better now. We're
Anyway.
struggling with
Stay
our
away from
own
the hard
crops.
work.
We're struggling with our own crops with our own land. We don't want to take on another burden. And no
Because you'll
one's
have
even
to-
put their hand up to even buy the place.
Because you have to pay taxes to the church.
How that too, but
How much would this
Young
place
lad?
be? In like how much would this land like cost an individual, perhaps?
more than your pocket money, I'd assume.
Yeah, but I have more money not in my pocket. I mean, I'm just wondering, like, for the future when I grow up and like maybe I fall in love with Matt and Cleve and like we eat like a nice, what if I like this place? Like,
The
should give
middle-aged
him a number.
halfling, the middle-aged halfling takes your hand. What do you do?
Which halfling does?
Like Martha,
Okay.
she takes Boyd's hand.
I don't let her take my hand.
She goes
just
she
kind of-
goes to take it, and you just snatch your hand
I
back.
just step back. I just step back and say, "Oh, what are you doing?"
I don't think those hands have seen a day of work in your life.
They are gloved.
Well, yeah, they are gloved. Well,
Clean.
obviously,
The gloves clean.
oh, they are completely clean. Yes.
Yeah.
I would hire help, obviously. Don't you? I don't like saying this, but you leave me no choice. I am a lord, and I will own a castle of my own one day. And I was thinking about starting my domain here.
Oh god, that explains so much.
She turns to Elizabeth. Says, "Are you going to like allow your son to talk like this all the time and just make up things?"
You realize he looks like 5 years younger than her, tops, right?
Oh,
Oh, it's just casual racism. It's all good.
First of all, he ain't my son. Second of all, I think that you might be smart enough to not judge on appearance and take money where it is offered to you, regardless of whether you think he can put it to good use or not, since you certainly aren't.
Yeah, Liz.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
thank you for your time and starts to shuffle everybody out. We'll be in touch.
As we were kind of walking away,
Making
I
notes.
just muttered to Liz, like, you should just shot her.
I kinda wanted to. Suggesting I don't know anything about the patterns in nature.
You gotta remember, these
I
are...
don't believe him.
Jake will strategically maneuver people away and...
You know, you gotta
Out of
remember,
earshot.
if they've lived,
Yeah.
they've lived in this one place their whole life. I lived in one place my whole life, and I knew nothing of the world outside. You know, you go. I'm sure it must be frustrating, but patience.
And Tempers might be afraid of the whole blight thing that's going on. They might
Yeah,
not...
that is true. It seems like they're having a rough go of it.
Yeah.
I will offer them the kindness they offer to us.
That's all
I
can be
think that's
expected.
more than fair of me.
That's equitable.
Yeah.
They should be nice to me.
But also,
In general.
as a circus, we also need to be cognizant of the fact that we just got out of paying 50 gold. And have to be nice to people who aren't nice to us.
And also,
I
an eye for
appreciate
an eye
that
makes the
for-
whole world blind. But anyway,
I appreciate that for you all, but I think that you're forgetting that we aren't aligned with your circus.
Which we do appreciate your company. However,
you
that
don't
could have
have to
gone
keep disclaiming
poorly.
that you're not affiliated with us. It's, you know, it just doesn't. But anyway, we have a place for the circus. We could go and check it out and just, you know, make sure we leave a note so that they know where to set up. And then I think we need to make our way on to Fernie. Oh no, we're going to this manor place first.
Yeah, we're gonna
And
go. Yeah.
And then
Hopefully,
from-
there's a corpse that I can talk to. And yeah.
Perhaps.
So the farmstead is actually on the way back to town. Do you visit now, or do you go back to town and go? You did say you wanted to go at night time.
I think we just go.
You're only 2 miles out of town at the moment.
Yeah, well, we'll go. I want to check out the plot, and like get away to like just check out where it is so we can see it. We know where to send the circus when they show up, and then or where to have someone else direct them to if we're away, and then make our way onto the manor from there.
Okay. So the plot that was mentioned for like the circus is a large open shelf of area that is flat and suitable. And like it looks like it's been used before, but it's just like a large flat area just next to the town. You didn't even notice it on the way in, but now you know where it is. Like, oh yeah, that would be really great. And it does look suitable. You could kind of place the circus up front with the sideshow and whatnot, and just have everything behind. But there isn't much water or any water available for that. Will be an issue.
I can create it from nothing. Well, correction, I can't create it from nothing, but I can draw it from the plane of water whenever I like. So.
I would just like to note that on the way there, Elizabeth is talking quietly with Boyd in a different language.
Hopefully chastising, but probably not.
No.
Nope. Doesn't sound like it this time.
If I just, yeah, let me click this. Generate. You bring an ordinary non-magical piece of the chosen element from its elemental plane. It can be used for any of its normal uses. For example, air can be breathed by an air-breathing creature, fire cast light, and etc., etc., etc.
So you're planning what? Digging a small dam and filling it?
Yeah, I mean, when we get around to setting up the tent, everyone else is pitching the tent or setting up the caravan. That could be my job. Is I would just like dig, like have a clear out a
Well,
hole
we have a-
and just like pull in, spend a bit of time pulling in water from the plane of water. To,
Well, we have the Shuni shovel, so we can always shovel from there.
That is true. We can use the Shuni shovel, dig a well, and then I can fill it. And then it could be like, I could just keep topping it up.
Oh,
Do you want to do a society check?
Okay.
who?
Society or nature. This is from, or even if you have proficiency in water elements or something along them lines.
Water elements. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't have law, but also I'll do nature.
Yeah.
The lore of water.
Yeah. I mean,
it's
if you could
really
fill a
like-
dam, you could help the people locally.
I can't. That would take. I can do 2 bulk at a time.
Just a suggestion, but
Yeah.
2 bulk, I don't know how much of these, but yes, it's probably not enough.
It's not a lot.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Well, you could always just fill the town. I assume would have a well.
Well, or like a silo of water.
Which is a dam.
Two bulk is maximum of 20 pounds.
Not much.
Not much.
So-
enough that if I kept doing it, because it's like it's 2 actions. So if I just kept doing it, it'd be enough for like the circus. But to fill a dam,
Yeah. Okay. So you look around this place and you kind of mark out and like, yes, okay, the parcel shelf, like the parcel of land is going to be suitable. What else you do? Like you got about half the day left. If you wanted to go back at night time.
Half the day left when we left
actually, no,
from
no.
Carrick this morning. It should be reaching night.
If you want to have reaching night, we can move it to nighttime because the plot moves and the time moves to when we need to be.
Yeah, I'm just saying if we, walked 4 miles from our last fight, we're
Yeah, okay,
already
yeah.
about halfway there. Like,
Yeah. Well, then Jake would probably take a spare poster of the Circus of Broken Chain from his pocket, find a wooden post near it, tack it up, and say, Circus of Broken Chain, come in here soon.
yeah,
Free advertising.
That's a good idea. And then we can make our way over to Spooky Manor.
And probably while you were working on dams, he would be looking around, making quick measurements, just doing quick, where the tent would go, where the sideshows would go. And then probably put that on a piece of paper and put it to the inn when we go back to the city, just so that when the circus comes in, they've got a rough idea where to go.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I would say that unless there's anything anyone else wants to do, RP-wise, we'll head off to the town, or to the abandoned farm.
Yeah.
Completely out of context, the language wasn't Elven or Shuni, was it?
nope.
Okay.
It wasn't Draconic, Moangi, or Aquan, was it?
Nope. And it's not any of Leafy's.
Cool. Just making sure.
I just love this. It's like, was it this? Was it this? Was this? Was this?
Those are things I want to check.
You don't want to be like, oh, it was. You don't want to have them say like, it was Abyssal, big giveaway. It's just like.
Okay, so you walk back out. I've just got to delete some of the light parts here because there's lots of the lighting dots on this map. Because I was expecting to be in daytime, but we can do this. I'm okay with that. And you've probably all got dark vision anyway, so it's probably mute.
Does Boyd have dark vision?
Does Boyd have dark vision?
I mean,
Does
he's literally got black eyes, so he has dark vision in that sense.
Ah, yes, of course. No light vision. But Styler has dark vision.
does Lizzie have dark vision?
She does.
Okay. Let's see if I've actually got that onto the sheet. Yes, we do. And does Boyd have it?
No, he has low light vision, but Siler has dark vision, so...
So essentially, yes. So everyone's got dark vision walking in the night, because of course you do. Because this is a role-playing game. These races. So you head back down the same track you've just gone, but you divert at some point, about halfway down, and start going a bit further south. At further south, you find yourself on the outskirts of an overgrown old farm. It's not really listed as anything, but this is where you're directed to old Caro's place. The fields around it are abandoned and overgrown, beginning to show the telltale yellowing sign that the local blight is. The farmstead itself is simple enough, consisting of a house and a lone barn. It appears to be ramshackle, but it's still in a stable condition. Although the house roof is gone, the walls remain intact, and the front porch is festooned with 2 decorative columns, now warped and cracked with old age, and the hint of former prosperity. The door of the house hangs limply on its hinge.
Well, I said it went to, as I said, it went to pot. Well, that's correct.
Does anyone want some? And then he kind of pulls out his small little vials, kind of opens his little cloak. It's like, does anyone want some? I've got a little bunch of
You know
I'll
what?
take
Dealer's
one just in
choice.
case. Grabs a familiar one and
Of course.
You've seen me actually in fights, so
Yeah.
you actually know what would be beneficial to me. So, dealer's choice.
I'll just give you the same one I
Okay.
gave Lizzie. I think that one's
All
probably
right,
good
I
for you.
think that was
Yep.
the Quicksilver one.
Quicksilver.
Quicksilvers. Yep.
Great.
Quicksilvers I
The
did.
greater one.
Moderate.
Yeah, moderate.
Okay,
moderate.
cool. Because earlier you gave me a greater, so I just have to do moderate on that one. Thank you.
You do take damage when you drink it, but you
Nearly
know.
twice my level. Oof.
We got the hit points.
We have the hit points.
So you find yourself at an old ramshackle
The
shack.
speed too is really good.
Okay, well, unless no one else is doing anything, I'll be starting to walk towards the... I'll listen first, to perceive to see if I can hear anything around me that's causing noises. And if I...
I can also just send Siler in. He can scout for us.
That's not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea at all, but I didn't want to speak for you. I could ask, could you please put Siler in to have a quick look around to see if there's anything that we need to be aware of?
Oh, Siler will do it. Yeah, I'll do it free of charge. Don't worry about it. All right, little buddy. And he just kind of just pulls him out from like inside of his cloak. And then he checks his shoulder, he checks his other shoulder, he checks like his side pocket and his other pocket, and he checks in and he actually kind of digs inside of his bag of holding and pulls Siler out, and Siler just eating a giant steak. I was like, oh my goodness. He just kind of pulls the steak from his mouth and just says, all right, buddy, go.
What's in there?
And Siler just stands there for a moment and just scurries off. Okay. All right, Liz, hold me. And then Boyd just collapses to the ground as he shares senses.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say that Boyd. I'm just gonna walk around as Boyd, but he's there with Lizzie.
You don't have a character sheet with Silas, so you can drag that onto.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's actually set up with
Sure.
like night vision. I can set up now.
I don't think so. So it's
Okay.
fine. I'll just walk around as Boyd, but it's
I was
silent.
gonna
Okay.
say, hey, Siler looks like a
The
meeple.
vision is working.
So Silas starts walking around the place at night time in the darkness. But everyone can see because, of course, they can.
Oh. Yeah. Siler's just like float. Like he's not walking. He just kind of he scurries off. But then he just jumps. He does like a double jump, and then he just kind of starts floating in the air like a little tiny, little tiny firefly. Just kind of just flying around.
God, that lizard is so unnerving.
You think?
I mean, I'm sure I'll get used to it, but lizards don't usually do that.
There are flying
Granted,
lizards.
lizards don't usually do what I do either, so I'm hardly one to talk.
You should be
I
able
think
to.
the vision isn't working, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at that. Vision, night vision on. It's got a feet and it's not on feet. That might be a thing. There you go. That better?
Works now.
Okay. So you look inside the old shack through the windows, through Silo, of course, floating in the air. You see that it is absolutely abandoned. It is a mess inside. It's very the main house, the roof over the main portion of the house has collapsed some time ago, allowing elements to have their way. The roof beams and broken shingles lie atop crumbled remains of furnishings. The door still stands against the wall. A door still stands in the wall of the roofed portion of the northern section of the house, as do the intact fireplace and chimney. So you can see a door further up.
Okay.
Up here.
Okay. Silo, if there's like openings in, Silo's just gonna kind of like weasel himself into any openings. You see that like the roof beams are kind of falling apart.
That's no problem. There's like, if you're flying, there's no roof mostly on this section, so.
Boyd is just, I believe that Boyd can still talk while he's doing this. He's just communicating what he sees.
He can still stand on his own too.
Yeah, but gives him motion sickness. Can't throw up all his milk. And he just kind of just looks over and just kind of communicating all the way through. It's like, there's just a bunch of beams and nothing else of interest. No corpses, which is really unfortunate. And then he goes over to this door over here. And Sally just kind of walks over to the door and he opens it.
The door doesn't open.
Is it locked? Is it...
Silent tries to jingle the lock, doesn't open. It seems to be locked. You do see a light coming from the keyhole, but you can't see through the keyhole. There's just a little bit of a light coming through.
There's probably a key in the keyhole.
Is a small room in the back. Lights coming out of the keyhole.
And
I don't know what's inside of it.
Underneath of the door as well, you can there's that little bit of light, just tiny slither.
Fortunately, Sauron's not small enough to actually look. I'm just gonna. You just look around to see if there's any like scary ambush traps around, and then that'll be it.
It just looks like it's been abandoned and the roof has collapsed.
Okay. That's the case. The Saddler's just gonna fly back out. And then kind of just kind of floats through the little things, some of the openings, just come back down to the group. And then Boyd's just gonna just stand up again. He's like, oh my god. And Saddler's just gonna just kind of crawl towards Boyd's pant leg and just kind of crawls up his leg. It's like, okay, there's just a room in there. There's a light in there. Maybe a person in there. Could be alive. Could be dead. The light, was it flickering? I don't remember. Sorry, I was distracted. There's a lot of nothing in there. So it's like,
it's
not very interesting.
Well, it's more information we had when we started, so thank you very much.
Yeah, I'll just voice later.
Okay, if anyone else has any opinions, I think we should stealth in. Because if there's a light, it means there might be someone there.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
There's also a barn.
I think maybe dealing with the barn after. We want to see kind of where this gentleman died, don't we?
Yeah, and they died in their sleep, so...
Yeah, there's no beds in there. I don't think He might have not died here. There's no beds at all. Oh, there might have been one in the room,
In
actually.
the closed room, probably.
There you go, dear.
But by the way, Karsh,
I got there.
the token auras.
Yours is blue, I noticed.
Yeah, but also if I have one of the kineticist abilities is an aura. Can I change these auras without messing up anything?
Doesn't work. Sorry. That's the problem with the token auras.
So if I
Sorry.
just do like that.
Somehow you've got 120 hit points.
Yeah, because I'm a kineticist now.
He does now.
Okay, but for some reason it's more than what you've got on your character sheet.
Well, no, that's the old
It's
character
more
sheet.
than what's on the token. If you click the token, you should be able to adjust the
Yeah,
max.
Because this is the thing.
Okay.
That token is linked to my sorcerer character sheet, not the kineticist character sheet.
No, it wasn't actually linked to the character sheet for some reason. For hit points,
Oh, weird.
you just had a number for some reason.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't think any of them are because like my character sheet name is Elizabeth Nova Day Walker, but it says Lizzie on the thing.
Yeah, I can
so
change that.
No, it's fine.
No, I have changed the because it's just too long.
You can change tokens and still have them linked.
Yeah.
Token names.
Yeah, it just had a number for your hit points for some reason instead of the actual link to your sheet's hit points. But either way, you were good. What would you like to do?
I would like to stealth.
We can try.
Yeah,
I think
know,
I've
I'm like-
succeeded.
I can try.
Wait, we don't have Fire the Leader anymore. Crap.
No, we don't.
Do not. We all have to stealth now.
Oof. Who would have guessed that? Yeah, Leafy's still worse.
I was going to say it's almost in numerical descending order.
I'm just going to do those ones and just not put the stealth icons on the others for no reason. No reason at all.
Oh, do I want to roll? I should roll one for Blueberry too.
We just usually just use. Okay, I'll add one to Blueberry then.
Blueberry's a lot better at stealth than Leafy. Blueberry's actually trained in that.
Blueberry is a bear. Is a big bear.
A big cuddly bear that likes to creep up on people and hug them.
Yes.
So some of you are stealthy,
Training
some of you are
stealth
not.
hugs.
This whole time I'm just whispering to Lizzie. It's kind of just like, hey, what if we like over there could be like that barn could become like the manor, and then this house can become like like small parts of like the servants' quarters and something like that. And those fields we can have a gigantic.
Boyd, do you think that maybe we're kind of focused on something else right here? First, we gotta deal with whatever's in here. Then we gotta deal with that rude mayor and actually getting you something if you really want it. I mean, do you really want to come back here? And then we can start planning your little manor.
I see. So if we deal with the person that's in there, and then we deal with the mayor. I got it, Liz. Okay, I understand.
Sure.
Well, no use just standing around here. Let's make our way. I'm going to sneak up behind this bush first of all. Hide there. And then I'm going to go up and look through one of these windows and just take a peek inside.
Same thing as I described before. The roof is collapsed onto the floor and smashing any furnishings and whatnot. It's
I'll probably
Look at the front door.
the door opens like it's just hanging off its hinge. So
Shall we check out the barn? Because it seems like this place is completely empty, and I kind of want to, before we go in there, I kind of want to make sure that the barn is not got anything that's going to sneak up behind us.
Fine. I will go to the barn.
I'm here right behind you.
okay.
just gonna stand guard
there's
here.
a well,
I think
there's
they
a
got
well
it.
as well.
Mm.
Ooh.
Okay, so the circus members are going to the barn. The
Or just sit down.
others
Just
are
on the porch.
more focused on the servants' quarters.
A boy just sits down on the porch, he takes out his journal, he starts sketching.
Okay. What is he sketching?
The castle.
Castle.
And like small things.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
He's like,
So there's a barn. There's a barn door there, big enough for animals, like a barn door would.
If I do a quick perceive at the door, I can't hear anything from it.
You can't hear anything. The building itself is in a slightly better condition than the main house. It still looks like it's been unkept and but at least it has a roof. It's not collapsed. You can't.
Okay, well, time to pull the band-aid off. Opens the door.
Okay, so despite having a somewhat rickety shape, the structure is still sound. The door opens like it's a bit of a shove to open. Yeah, I'm waiting on that one. Just give me a sec. The main door opens to a long barn rife with the smell of musty straw and decay. 3 horse stalls line the eastern side. The walls are widely spaced planks allow for light to filter, well, your eyes to filter, giving it an interior dusty glow. Standing in each of the stalls is an unmoving skeleton horse.
oh, that's not good.
You're stealthy. What do you do?
Clarification.
going
Skeletons of horses or skeleton horse?
You're not there.
I'm going to sneak in and just have a look.
The horse hasn't moved. You are stealthy. Like, you have got a stealth roll.
Okay.
Each of the 3 horses have not moved yet.
Yep, alright. What do you mean not move yet? They're skeletons, aren't they?
Well,
Wouldn't
Skeletons
in
don't
theory
generally
the
stand.
bones fall apart and fall to the ground in a heap?
At this point...
you have stealth. You should,
Yeah. So
so,
I sneak up past them and walk back out and... Can I make some sort of check that this is not a natural array of bones?
I'm telling you outright that it's not natural.
It's not natural.
Yeah,
Check needed.
Yeah, those are. I'm pretty sure those have been animated by magic. Well, what do you want to do?
I was going to say running. Running's a good idea.
We could do running.
But... Okay, actually, close the door.
Closing
Walk
door.
away slowly.
Slowly walk away.
Oh, we can take
I
them.
would...
They're just skeletons. You can bash them. You got a big hammer, right? You could just smash them.
Yes, but if they're animated if they're animated bone corpses, it's not highly likely that if I smash the bones, they won't reform. This is completely outside of their skill set.
Also, Jake, if some kids come wandering around here, looking to like, oh, let's go check out the spooky abandoned mansion, and they could get killed. Whereas we
Yes.
have the powers and abilities to fight these things, so I say
And
let's take them out.
at the moment, we also have somebody who knows more about this stuff than we do. Boyd might know more about animating corpses. You saw what they did with the dead body? They might actually have some more knowledge about this. At least ask them before we go into deal with bone horses.
Do you think he's honestly gonna have... Well, you can ask him if you like. You go ask
I'll
him.
ask him.
I'll go check out the well.
At this point, Azzy's probably walked away.
Oh.
Yeah, I go, and I'll make my way back to Lizzie and Boyd and go, question?
You walk in where Boyd is literally showing Lizzie a picture, and he's just kind of like this. So if the path goes like this, and like the sick the stairs go around the fountain, right? And like it's like a sick moat or like all around like the whole place, so like we're safe.
You haven't thought
from, like,
about
all, like,
cleaning
the-
though, and how that's gonna work. And
Lizzie?
Money solves all the problems, my dear.
Boyd? Hey, I'd like to, tap your knowledge if you
What's
can. There
Yeah,
are
what's up?
animated
Certainly.
horse skeletons in the barn.
Talking about like
They
they're
stay,
just like
not dead bones, but standing horse skeletons. So I thought we'll come to you and say, what the fuck is that? Have you ever
But
come
you
across
thought
animated
that-
horse corpses before?
why would you think we would know about that?
Yeah, wow.
My thought process is you can talk to dead people. You can get dead people to talk to you. I'm wondering,
Recently dead people.
recently. But these are
But you're just thinking that he's good at like necromancy stuff. That's why you're.
not necromancy.
Oh,
just,
no,
this falls
no,
outside
I
my
am not a
skill set
necromancer.
of
Yeah.
arcana.
I'm not good at necromancy, okay? I swear. I like look like honestly, like necromancy is like one of those things that's like not even close to a thing I can do.
Yeah.
Okay. It's more about what do you know about animated skeletons?
I've never
That's
seen
something
that
I've never run
in my
across.
life.
Nope.
Nothing
Okay.
at all.
Thank you. Well, heads up. There's potentially animated dead skeleton horses up in the top in the barn.
That is
Really?
good
Oh
to
god, you
be
should have
aware
that's
of.
crazy. We should avoid those because I heard that animated skeletons. I've never heard anything about animated skeletons, but if I did hear about that, I think that they'd be really dangerous because there's probably like more like animated thingies all around. In which case, that would be not good. But we should get out of here. I think that's probably the best course of action.
I'm looking down the well.
I've heard that too.
How long does your vision go for in darkness?
My dark vision is.
I don't think it has a limit.
It just is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
The well is only about 12 foot deep.
Okay.
It has a sickly smell to it, though.
Can I try and draw any water or moisture up from it?
As you start pulling the water up with your powers, because you're connected to the plane of water, so like I'm just assuming that like you know that the water is just wrong and off.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't be drinkable.
I just put it up and just like, ugh, and then I just like drop it.
And
drop
when
it,
yep.
and then I go like, oh, don't catch it, and then just slowly like, so it doesn't splash.
Damn. So you catch it and you lower it more into the well so it doesn't splash.
Yeah.
It feels more solid than it should feel. It's like more viscous and just like there's certainly something wrong.
Can I just do one thing? I'll go back to the barn and see if there's just barricade the door. There'll be like a piece of wood that we can just slide through.
Barns usually have a barricade.
Oh, they usually have a way to close it, so if you have things inside of it, they can't get out. Normally, just like a piece of wood that goes over the.
That's the door mechanism itself.
Yeah, but
It's
they
close.
would also have like a wooden thing that you can put through. Oh, that's
I mean,
right. No,
it's closable and it's not lockable, but like it closes and latches type thing.
okay. Yeah, I'll do the latch.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, should we check out what the sealed room was? What this room was?
That's just one thing I'll note. Seeing you're up the north of the property, you notice that there's window sills to that room to the north.
Oh, so I do. I'm going.
But there's no windows in the window sills.
You mean this one? This one here?
No, that's the main room where was destroyed. But this area up here, you can see a couple of window sills, but no actual
Oh, it's been boarded
windows.
up.
It looks like the windowsills have been there, part of the original building, but it doesn't even look like it's been boarded up. It looks like it comes back, and then it just looks like it's also normal to not have a window there. Almost as if like the design of the building is like, we're going to have windows, and then they decided, no, we're not. But they still have the sills there. Like it doesn't really. I mean, it's human. Like architecture looks weird anyway, but it just still looks a bit weirder.
Okay, I made my way back and just... Hey, so there's a room at the back which is weirdly bereft of windows. So I think there might be something in there worth checking out.
Boy, did you want to, or we could...
Yeah, sure.
What did you...
We can... Oh, I've got the plan. How about we... Okay, two options. We leave and never come back, or option two. We just kind of... This place is just... There could be like a really, really terrifying person in that room that's trying to murder everyone. So why don't we just let this city fall, and then we just kind of just,
That's true. Like, if this was the first death, then maybe they were like gonna steal the house and take up residence in there, and maybe since they've been killing a whole lot of people, we don't want to bother with that. That could be a thing.
If there's No. We have to, if there's something here that could hurt people, we have to take care of it. This is really close to town. This is like I said, like kids from the farming communities could wander over here, be like, oh, a spooky house, and then they could get themselves really badly hurt. We need to take care of this. We have the ability.
I feel like that's on the kids, not really on us.
Listen, we're fighting. You've shown yourself. It's like the Shunies, right? We couldn't just leave them to die from the land sharks. If we're here, we need to do something.
And one thing you haven't noticed while you've been here is that like there seems to be a fog slowly just moving across the land. Like you can still see. Like, there's nothing problem there, but there's just this fog that's moving across the land.
Okay, then fine. You know what? All right, fine. Oh, yep. No, you're right, Pazzy. Okay, we will save this place. So go ahead and go. I'll support out. I'll support out here. Don't worry about it. Go.
Well,
gets off the porch and just kind of just.
You know what? I will actually.
Oh, it's just in case.
And now, Azzy will head inside.
Okay. Head inside. Same as before. The roof is collapsed. It's not dangerous. It's just walking on parts of roof and parts of broken furniture.
Okay. And I'm going to sneak up here. And I'm going to put my ear to the door and listen.
Jack will go in as well.
Leafy and Blueberry will as well.
Bodhi's just kind of peeking into the doorway.
Yeah.
Just peeking into the doorway. Just like...
Lizzie is like right inside, just kind of there to step in front of Boyd.
You hear something, but you can't quite figure it out. Like almost murmuring. But it's too soft for you to hear.
Is that just Azzy that hears it, or everyone
That's
in the room
just
can hear
Azzy.
it? Okay.
I gesture back to them and say, people are talking. Shut. Alright. I raise my hand and hover it over the doorknob and look back and wait for everyone else. Like.
Wasn't it locked when you checked it? just whispering back to Boyd.
Siler couldn't open it. Siler couldn't open it. He would have to jimmy the lock, and then he doesn't know how to use lockpicks yet.
Lucy's just gonna get out her gun.
Is there a keyhole?
There's a keyhole.
I'll try and look through it.
As before, there's a little bit of light coming through, but you can't really see through.
I'm just putting a moderate quicksilver on my sheet.
Lizzie will just whisper back
Everyone's
to Boyd.
like, just
Lizzie will just whisper back to Boyd, just filling some of the silence as people decide what they're gonna do. You make sure you keep an eye out behind you too, so if something comes up behind you, we can get to it in time. You alright?
Yep, nope, I got it. Don't
I'm
worry.
gonna try the door.
Yeah, no. He just takes out his Drakeheart mutagen, just ready to chug it.
I'm gonna.
Can
I'll
I
try
do an inspection or perceive to see if I can make out what's been said a bit more?
And
you need to be right up to the door, and it's a one person.
Okay.
But even still, like, you don't think if you are you going to take that role? Are you going to move yourself in front of the door or not?
Well, if Azzy's not moving out the door, I can't get to have a listen. That's all. So it's on Azzy what they want to do.
Yeah, I reach up and try and open the door, and it's
The door is locked.
That's my
fish
favorite.
cats. I can't pick locks.
Yeah.
Where's your jar when you need him?
I'm sorry, what?
Lyra's not here. Why? Elizabeth, what's wrong?
Nope, that's Del.
Actually, I'm going to quickly
That's just
check
me
something.
being like, not like I built my entire other character that left on picking locks or anything. And you're asking for the other one.
Yeah, maybe I am. Maybe
Azzy
I am.
has some unseated resolved issues.
It's okay, Lyriel's a bitch.
You see Boyd just kind of go over and says, if it's locked, you could just break it down. I have lockpicks if anyone needs them. It's fine.
I don't know how to use lockpicks. I mean, I could just try and break it down, but...
Boyd, if you'd be so kind, could you try to open the door with lockpicks?
No, he doesn't know how to use them. He just has them.
Ah.
Well,
I do know how to use them, but I mean, no, I don't. I definitely not.
So I'm just checking my thief.
Boyd just like sighs for a second.
Actually, does
Boyd's
Elizabeth?
just gonna just start walking.
Oh,
inside.
Elizabeth could.
Yeah, because
not
I've only got thievery of 4.
She'll,
do either one of you?
Lizzie will stop Boyd. Just give him to me. I got it. You stay back.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
We do have a charm of opening, though.
You do, and it would probably be better than Lizzie's, but she can try.
Yeah, so thievery bonus of plus 13.
Yeah,
what's your
so-
thievery?
Plus 13.
You are probably the best. I have a thievery of plus 4.
Oh, so that is with untrained improvisation, though. So if it requires like a thievery skill of expert or above or something, then I won't be able to do it. But I sure can try. I'm probably gonna be real bad at it, but I sure can try.
Give it a try. And oh, look, the door is currently free. You can listen.
Yeah. If can Lizzie listen? See if she can hear anything.
Lizzie listens to the door, and again there's something murmuring, but you can't quite get it. Like it's just below that audible range of like understanding.
Yeah. Does it sound like common, or can I not even make that out?
You can't even make that out.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll try thievery. 17. No, that was a 4.
You think this good luck is above your skill level? Or I should say your training.
Yeah. I just
Jake,
was trying to.
do you have your maul?
Yes. This feels bad.
Really sucks when but the rogues just disappear.
I'm loving this.
Boyd?
Not like Lyriel's a master in this or anything. Boy, it's.
I can try. I can try. I can try. I can try.
I think that we should just try and break it down.
All right.
Okay, that's fine. It's a good door, though. We could. It's fine. Okay,
Boyd, you would want to build a new one anyway.
Boyd, do you want to?
I'll try. I got it. Okay, everyone stand back. Well, actually, Lizzie, stand, just protect me,
if
there's
you
a
don't
dragon.
mind, Azzy, could you take a step back?
Yeah, sure thing.
Alrighty then. Boyd is going to try and pick this lock.
Boyd,
he's gonna cast guidance on it.
you're not in the door space, you're one above.
Yes. He's gonna cast guidance on himself too while he's doing this. So do that. Thievery.
You can do it.
Do that.
Hey.
Are you trained?
I am trained. Yep.
What level of training?
Oh, just trained.
You hear a click, but you think you got very lucky.
That's all I needed. If you hear the clunk, Boyd just backs up immediately.
You need more than one.
He just bumps into Leafy, he just backs up.
You need more than one. You need a lot.
Oh.
Well, the click scares me.
Yeah, this isn't 5e. This is no you pick a lock once and you're done. These are skills.
Alright then. Boyd's just gonna keep going. He's gonna keep trying. Oh, that one's not good enough. It's only a 19. Alright. Break it down. Break it down. Break it down.
I'm just loving this as
feels so
characters.
It feels so inelegant to break it down.
Well,
You drove away your rogues.
we tried elegant. Elegant didn't work.
Alright. I hit it with the maul.
Cast guidance on him.
This is not gonna end. This is not
just a
gonna end
straight
well.
athletics check.
Athletics. I'm good at that. Really?
Oof.
Fuck me.
My god, you have
I'm
5 hero
going to
points.
re-roll that.
Because that was special.
That's a 1.
On a 1, I have a
special
20. Yes.
That was special.
You're welcome. Hi, YouTube.
So you hear the door.
It's roll again.
Oh, right, so yeah.
Rolling.
Yeah,
So
I'm just
roll.
trying to figure out a spell, like a card I can get rid of.
You can do that after
Roll
you
that
reroll.
after.
Okay. Alright, so I'm at the 4, so I try again. And... athletics.
Do you?
At least it's not a 1.
This is not a 1.
26.
Do you want me to help?
So 26 of the guidance. You hear the door, and it moves, but it doesn't do anything.
Do you have shoot? Can you shoot the lock off?
I can't, but well, I mean, I can shoot the lock. I don't know how much good that'll do. I don't have that feat.
Thank you for the redemption, Grimforge.
Thank you.
Jake, you have another one. Oh wait, we've got more. We've got Lizzie as well.
Hey, nice.
Thank you.
So Jake, that puts you up to 5, and Lizzie up to 3, I believe.
4.
Yeah, give
Puts
it to
me
the
up to
people with
4.
the most. Give it to the people who have the most.
Ew.
So
Yeah, we're battling the BBD, Big Bad Door.
Lizzie's a 4. Some reason I've got some of these mixed up on the overlay, but we'll check that out. So there we go. And
Okay.
no
Lizzie?
love for Boyd.
Oh.
I'm pretty good at just,
Probably deserving.
shouldering in.
Okay, Lizzie. On the count of 3, then we try to barge the door in.
That fog feels like it's getting
Uh,
claustrophobic
Sure.
almost.
I'd like to summon, try and blow it away just with some.
Just let me get at it with Boy, do you mind giving me a little bit of help too?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure. Yep.
And I'll try and give it a shove. Not the best in the world, but
Yep. Yes. Guidance on guidance on guidance. Yes.
are we doing it together or?
I would say so.
Okay, I can aid you then because I have a plus 15.
Okay.
So you're pushing Jake at the door.
Well, we're just both trying to go at it at the
Yeah.
same time.
Alright. Oh. Nice. Okay, a little bit better.
Okay, so let's just do this. We have that one and that one, and that one. With the 8, I'll put you both through. So with the you push.
Jump up to...
You push your way into the door flings open, and I'm immediately struck by this room, which feels very different from the rest of the house and the farmland. This bedroom is surprisingly intact given the destruction of the rest of the house. There are no windows, though there are sills and frames on the walls, as if to indicate where windows should be. A single narrow bed lies against the far wall, its mouldering blankets twisted as if an occupant did not rest easily. Beside the bed is a simple nightstand bearing a simple bronze key and a small candlestick that provides dim radiance in this otherwise darkened room.
Wait, if there was a key... Wait.
How is
If it
the
was
candle
locked-
still lit?
And how is the key in here if it was locked? And there's no other way in? And there's no one else in this room?
I'm gonna go over to investigate that candle.
Making that noise.
That is also true. What was making that noise?
Are you going in to investigate? What about the
I
others?
want to go look at that
Yeah.
candle.
What about Boyd? What's Boyd up to in the back?
Boyd is.
I would.
If there's no one, seeing that if there's no one in there, Boyd is afraid of ghosts. He's gonna cast a spell on himself. He's gonna cast this.
Invisibility.
On himself. Yes.
Okay.
Where did Blueberry go?
I think underneath
Yeah, all the way down the bottom.
Yeah.
somewhere. He'll be there.
Boyd is hiding next to
I
the
don't
Also-
know, I don't know how
It's a
that
big bear.
happened.
Yeah, all good.
Also, remember I've got blind fighting.
I think Blueberry was one further down. It's just a small room. Didn't want to put fill up the room with everybody when it's a small room when I didn't know what Boyd was doing.
Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna put them in
yeah.
the room. They're purposefully
reference.
outside.
So, for no reason at all, can I get a will save, please?
From?
Lizzie, Jake, Azzy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I'm so good at these. Just look at last episode.
Question: Is this an effect of the mental trait?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna
So
re-roll
I get a
that.
+1. I get a +1 to this.
You sure you want to re-roll? I mean, you can keep the 1.
21.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay.
I'm also
I need
gonna
to check
reroll
something.
that. I don't like will saves.
No,
It's
we'll cast
still
spells instead.
shit, but hopefully it's not a critical fail.
Okay, so what have we got? We've got 28, a 20, and a 20.
And
wait, we're re-rolling?
35.
For 35. Let's
I have
get
to ask one more question, if you don't mind. Is this a fear effect? When I roll a success on a will save against the fear effect, I get a critical success instead.
So we'll have the tag fear.
That might be something I have to look up. Okay, Archives and Nethys.
I hate to say that, but
For
we all
once,
know how
the-
bad will saves can go.
For once, the feat that gives me will help me instead of turns a success into a crit success rather than a failure into a crit failure.
The spell's not
Yes.
listed, so I did have to like check this one out. I'm just going to take that card, make it easier. Let's see. Effects. We'll figure it out.
So sorry, but it's like... It's a level 3 skill which I've never actually used.
I just don't think so. Oh wait, that's no, that's the wrong thing. It comes up to the wrong thing, doesn't it? So I have to do this.
Oh god.
That one instead. Like this might be important. Like that's the only reason why I'm doing it. Okay, so so it's not a fear effect. What was the other one that you were looking for? Was it mental or was it something along the lines?
Mental trait.
It's mental.
While you're at it, can
so
you
that
check?
is a 35.
What
Will
about?
you check if it is a death effect?
No.
Just because we're around a whole bunch of dead things, and I have.
Okay, so we have a 35 for Azzy. Is that correct?
Yes.
Jake, I'm just gonna like. You're no longer stealthy. I'm saying that's for sure.
That's fair enough.
oh yeah, no, we brought down
Yeah.
the door.
Just ignore that for a bit. Just it means nothing. Just like just totally ignore that symbol of death on you. Like it's just for me to remind a thing.
You know you could actually use a different colour, like green, as in, oh good.
I'm good. I like the symbol. It's for me. That's for remembering things. So as you approach down the door and you're starting to investigate, like you can still hear that that little bit of murmuring in the room somewhere, and you're investigating the candle. The candle's still lit. Like the candle's not like low on the
Yeah,
lit. It's still
that's
like a
why
full-on
I'm-
candle.
Yeah.
There is a coldness. Well, I wouldn't say a coldness to him, but just like it's this unease because it just feels wrong. And you're hearing this murmuring from the room, and you start seeing like the blankets in the bed. They're higher than they should be, and you look to the bed, and there seems to be an old man in the bed. He seems to be saying something.
Oh.
Sir?
Like not like when I say old man, it's like the essence of an old man in the room. Like there's something resonant there in the bed, and there's a murmuring coming from that person.
Can we
Boy,
tell what he's saying now?
Lloyd, can you see this?
If he's invisible,
Or
then
can you
yes, I
see the bed from your character?
The door's closed for me right now.
The door is open.
Well,
Oh, it is open, sorry.
oh,
Well,
yep.
now it's open.
Now you should be able to see it.
Not directly from where I'm standing, no.
Okay.
Oh god.
They call my name, I will gingerly walk over.
I call your name. Boyd.
Well
You
said.
deal with dead things and occult things.
Yeah, kinda, yes. Oh dear God. Oh, sorry. Oh dear, whatever. Whichever God is applicable to the situation.
Oh dear, whatever.
Oh dear, whatever.
So there's a murmuring from this man, spirit or essence or whatever it is that's in the bed.
Still not like proper words or anything.
I mean, do you want to try to listen, try to make it out?
Yeah.
Like now I can allow the tests.
Is
now
it
inside.
perception?
It'll be perception, yep.
I'm like right beside him too.
Yeah, sure.
27.
I think we'll do this. Can I get a saving throw, please?
What kind?
Let's say 1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6.
Roll a d4 and we'll see which kind.
Oh, great.
That doesn't bode well.
2? Reflex?
Will, please, from you.
Darn, I was hoping it was going to be in the order on the saving throw sheet.
I had something else in mind.
Oh, 20, that's really good for me.
I mean, it might be really good for you, but is it good enough? That's the question. So
Oh,
as you-
absolutely not. I'm shit at these.
as you like trying to listening to this, like you're right next to the bed, you're trying to listen in, you're hearing things. Your perception was pretty decent, actually. You're hearing these like you're hearing like Vandy, Swinton, and like you're listening. It's like, wait, what was that between? Like you're trying to, as you're hearing like old lady Swinton broke. And Roger Swinton can rot in his grave. Should have sold me that acre. Roger, your widow is going to starve. Don't tell her about Vandy. No. Now Vandy's money is blood money. Blood money now. She rides the spurs of fire. Lady of night. Oh, the fire, it burns.
Well, that's terrifying.
And you now
This is
see
just trying to
you
piece
can
it
now
together.
see that figure in the bed more less translucent, more physical, more whole. Just you. And he's looking at you while saying those things, looking deep into your eyes, seemingly deep into your soul.
I don't have one of those. Sorry. Del took over.
Clip that.
So what did you roll? 26. Okay. Let's do this.
Let's not
By the way,
say
that
we
was,
did.
none of that was related to the roll you just did. Just as
Oh,
a heads
great. Great.
up. I just want to point that out, that none of that was related to the roll you just did.
Huh?
How much did that pay? Oops, wrong button. There you go. You take 26 damage. Wait, no, sorry, 27 damage.
Oof.
You are frightened too. You are
Okay.
blasted by this mental damage from seeing this creature, and even though you say you don't have a soul, something is affecting you that you didn't think you had.
Wait, is this negative damage?
Mental.
Oh, okay. Damn it.
I swear to God, if this is Phantasmal Killer again,
It's not.
Why isn't it not? Why do you think it's not?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, it could be Phantasmal Killer. Sorry, if I critically failed that. Phantasmal Killer is a death effect. I just assumed it was the same thing as last time, but a higher level.
Do I see Lizzie take all this damage?
You see Lizzie shake.
She's still just staring at the man in the bed, trying to piece together everything he's saying.
They haven't said anything, so I don't know what's going on. So all Azzy and Jake will probably see is just a rounded thing in the bed.
Yeah. So what are Azzy and Jake doing in the room?
Can we see the old man?
No.
Well, you can see something in the bed, like almost an essence. There's mumbling. You can't see it as physical as Lizzie does.
And what do we see from Lizzie? Like, what physical reaction does she do to this damage?
She's standing there pretty stunned. She's got kind of like one kind of gloved hand covering her mouth a little bit, and just flinches. And
Lizzie, are you okay? What is it?
It's. I can't tell if he's possessed or if he started this or the she just kind of gestures at the bed.
I can see like something invisible there. Can you see what it is?
It's. I mean, I'm assuming it's the homeowner. He's talking about people that are gonna die. He's talking about a girl that burns and fire, but he's not scared of it. He's relishing this. I don't know if he's possessed or if he started this, but
You think going is this thing?
I'm gonna try and touch him. It's a horrible idea. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Okay, you reach out. Can I have a saving throw, please?
Will?
Jake.
Oh.
Oh, what type of saving throw?
Will, please.
It's the same roll.
I'll take it.
You'll take it? Take 26?
I'm just checking to make sure. Because
So what's the things you have?
Oh, yes, I'm just going to. Bravery, it's not a will save. Oh,
It is a will save.
when that won't be a success, I think. Because a will save against the fear effect, I get a critical success instead.
This is fear, but you haven't saved.
Okay, I have Juggernaut, a successful fortitude save.
Oh. I think that's the only thing you had.
For will, I think so, but I'm just checking. Battlefield, blind find. Yeah, at the moment I think that's the only thing I can find.
Okay, so as Lizzie is like reaching out to, it's almost like an essence in the bed. You can't see the person like super well. Yes.
In addition, anytime you gain the frightened condition, reduces value by 1.
Well, you're going to get that.
Okay.
So you, like, as Lizzie's reaching out the bed, you actually see this man in the bed looking at Lizzie and talking to Lizzie as she's reaching out, and as she's almost touching, it turns to you. Lizzie doesn't see this. Lizzie just sees this man, this old sickly man, looking to herself as she's reaching out to him. But to Jake, he turns and starts screaming about guilt and ranting about guilt and shame. And let's do a roll for damage, shall we? Because you're going to take a little bit of damage. You take 32 damage. And frightened 1 instead of 2 because of your abilities.
Yep.
God.
Okay.
I'm assuming we're all just taking turns taking damage, right?
I think going is the thing, Lizzie. Unless there's anything you want to grab off that, anything to grab, let's go.
Do I touch
Azzy?
someone?
Your hand touches the like if you feel a touch and grabs at you for a moment. Again, this is just you.
Yeah.
And again, he's looking at you and he's screaming that you'll die of your guilt, you'll die of your shame. She's not talking about anything about like repent for sins or anything like that, but he's just screaming about this now.
Can I don't hear anything.
And you don't hear anything. You're just still hearing that mumbling in that room, which you can't quite get.
You would
And
actually
you're
have
seeing
heard.
more of an essence
Yeah.
in the room, in the area.
You two not looking so good.
Yeah, Azzy, I think going is the thing. Out the door. Close the door.
Can we please
yes,
leave?
Out the door. Out the door.
Please, Liz.
Liz.
Boyd's voice, Lizzie kind of snaps out of it and will dash out of the room
Okay,
or
you two
dash
go.
up to the door.
So you go to the door, you go out the door, or you just like
Yeah, we're going out
Boyd's
the
in the
door.
way.
moving back? Yep.
Yeah, I'm not letting this thing. I'm keeping myself between this thing and Boyd.
Yep.
Essentially.
Jack will pretty much run out, and Azzy?
Azzy's gonna turn and before he's gonna look back into the room.
Saving throw.
I said
Will.
you're running this on Will, okay.
I know, will save, that is. As you look back.
23.
That's not a pass. You're now as you turn back, you see this creature in the bed. So this old man in the bed, just like yelling at you, screaming.
Is this a fear effect?
This is a fear effect.
It is a critical failure.
Oh shit! We're
Is
doing
this-
this again.
Is this Will or Lorian that roll? Oh,
No, this is a will save for Lorian.
Yeah. Sorry for having the same name as one of the reflex saving throws.
If this is a critical, we're doing something different. We're doing a bigger number.
Phantasmal killer.
It is Phantasmal Killer.
You
Oh,
could re-roll.
Fortitude say I would rather if I have to re-roll well I'm not going to re-roll because if I die then I need that point.
Fair enough.
Okay, so rolling now. You do have more hit points now, which is a great thing.
Yes.
41 hit points of damage, of mental damage.
at least it
this-
wasn't a crit fail.
And do I make a fortitude save?
and a fortitude save. As this person that you like, that the others could see, like in the bed, is sitting up in bed and just pointing at you. And
Fortunately, as a kineticist, my fortitude save is infinitely better.
yes, and
Not
he's,
if I roll a natural fucking 3 though.
would you like to re-roll that one?
Oi.
No, I'm
Actually-
going to die, and then I'm going to use my last hero point
Okay.
for the 3rd fucking time.
For the same
Give
spell.
me a sec.
For the same spell too. Right, 5. Can your thing stop against saves?
Everything just has.
Alright. Select a creature within sight.
I'm dropping
You
that
do-
fucking feat. I'm dropping that
If
fucking
you do
feat.
die,
It's
I
gone.
can-
I thought you had.
No, I wanted to keep it because it's thematic.
I know,
it's
it's-
really
yes.
cool for
Yeah.
everything except Phantasmal Killer, which has come up 3 fucking times now.
Yeah.
The creature is immune to misfortune effects for 1 round.
This is not
It's not
misfortune.
misfortune.
This is death, emotion, fear, illusion, mental.
You said it wasn't death, though.
No, the first one wasn't death. This one is.
There might have been another thing going on in this room, which wasn't death.
Cool. I guess I'm at 1 hit point now.
Yeah. So
But
the original thing the original saving throw we did wasn't death. Yeah, there was something else in there, which is what the marker was there. So the creature is like the old man It like sits up in the bed and is like and screaming and pointing at you, especially, and you just collapse to the ground, unconscious, on the edge of death.
I'm actually fucking sick of this spell. And it's not you, Karsh. It's written in the adventure, but I'm fucking sick of this spell.
When I see Azzy drop, I will grab him and bring him out of the room.
3 fucking times. 3 fucking. I have a plus 20 to fortitude now.
Can I get you to do? Can I get you to do a perception check for that? My explaining here is this: you're trying to grab Azzy without looking at the bed.
I mean, Azzy's on the ground, but
yes.
Sure.
There's a direct line between the ground and the bed, so it's like this is a more of a case of.
And you said I was frightened too, right?
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm assuming a round hasn't passed.
The round has passed, yeah.
Okay, so then I would only be frightened 1.
I thought because I saved from the first one, I would have been fine, but I guess not.
The first one is a totally different thing, so to speak.
I will.
Reroll?
No, that's okay. I'll deal with that.
These are 2, okay?
Yeah, no, I'll deal with that. I just, it's okay if I look at the thing. I just want to grab Azzy.
Okay, so you look at the thing, and can I get? Right, we've got 1, 2. This is my break.
So could
we will go on break after this
because I need some time to just settle myself because I'm not going to be entertaining right now.
I know because this pisses you off. It will be a real save from Lizzie.
Yeah. 20.
Again, not a pass. Actually,
if it's a death effect, let me know.
It is a death effect. This is a critical.
I'm immune to those.
It's death, emotion, fear, illusion, mental.
I'm immune to death effects, so I will still take any damage or anything like that, but it keeps me from being automatically killed or from having my dying value automatically increase.
Okay.
Please tell me where you get that.
I will at some point.
Some point, I'm sure. So this is a critical failure.
I have theories about this character.
This is a critical failure, but we'll see how it goes. 38 points of damage from the critical failure. Your frightened goes up to 4, although if you're immune to fear, I don't know. But I'll say that you, like, as you're frightened, you have Azzy in hands, because that was still, I'm not stopping you from grabbing Azzy. You're just grabbing Azzy and just running.
Yep.
And I think you might have to do a saving throw too. The fortitude.
Me?
Well, I don't know, because you're immune to death. So what part of the spell are you immune to?
So, this is Phantasmal Killer, right?
Yes.
Give me 1 second, and I will...
Does it stop you from the second fortitude? It might.
Well, because the second fortitude is...
The dying effect.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
I think, we'll take the second fortitude as like the dying effect of the instant death. So, yeah. You grab Azzy and pull, and the door slams shut. Did you take the key?
No.
Okay, just checking.
That's why I said around there that you might want to grab.
Occupied.
And we'll go on a break. So
Okay, well,
I'll stop this haunting music, and we'll go to our normal, less haunting music. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Stick around. Can't spell music at the moment. There's an S in it, but totally wrong way around. And we'll be back shortly. Stick around. See you soon. And we're back, and we're slowly loading back in. Everybody.
Hello.
There we go. Everyone's in. Is that a little bit of like 1, 2, 3, 4?
I am, for those in chat and on YouTube who are worried, I am much better now. We have found out it has incapacitation, so it doesn't instantly kill me. Also, I've had some baklava, and I've got some cider, so I'm feeling much better.
Yeah, and if you're wondering what it is, there's Azzy has a feat which, if he passes one of those effects, he critically passes. But if he fails, he critically fails, and it's the two extremes, and that spell is dangerous.
It's a level 1 kobold feat called Dragon's Presence. And I love it because it's thematic. Like, he's either paralyzed by fear, he's either really afraid or he's really brave. And that, like, to me is like fantastic flavor for his character. It's just this spell particularly fucks him over because critical fail can be instant death. However, we figured out it has the incapacitation trait because we're level 9, which is more than twice the level of the spell, which is 4. I cannot be killed instantly by it. So we did that, and so now we can continue.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And as an evil GM, I say unless I heighten the spell, but I'm not.
Yeah, not heighten the spell, but there are other spells.
I didn't want to point that out, but there
is on the one hand, there is the stuff that's already in the pre-written adventure. If you deliberately add things to target that, I will be leaving.
There are the skeleton horses.
Well, we got to deal with this house first.
We'll go back to the house. What's happening in the house?
What, is Azzy a little bit vengeful against the house right now?
Azzy, well, he's frightened 4 at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And remind me, frightened goes down every turn.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So just wait. He's gonna like. He's gonna wait for like 20 seconds and settle himself, and it's just like.
Lizzie is dragging people out of the house too, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
Before you get the chance to, as he's gonna flare up and wind and water and like rain and storms are gonna start flowing around him. For the first time, I'm gonna do the standard kineticist thing. I'm going to channel elements, and then I'm going to use this, and all 4 of you, I just say get out, and you can all, as a reaction, use your your speed to just stride.
Mm-hmm.
Is that stopping me from doing touching you for a second?
No, you can stay if you want, but I'm telling you everyone to get out.
Oh no, I was going to drop a healing on either you or Lizzie before we head off.
Don't worry about it. I've got it. I'll have it sorted.
Okay.
I like to say that you're targeting the 4 of us.
Blueberry.
5.
Boyd is gone.
Oh, Boyd is already gone.
Yeah, Boyd just disappears, but Boyd just disappears out, and then you just see Siler just left in his
Lizzie,
place.
Jake, Leafy,
Just
and
whoosh.
Blueberry then.
Siler's just left like just.
15, 20.
Move your character. Well.
Yeah, so you can all instantly get out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then I'm going to use my kineticist air impulse gate to be able to move half my speed for free. And I am then going to call down a storm on that room. I'm going to bring the rest of this fucking house down.
Okay.
I'm going to use Rising Hurricane.
Area 35 feet. Area 45 feet tall, 30 feet in diameter, which is the house in fully, but also
Basically, this spell lets me lift creatures up to the full 40 feet and then drop them. And I want to do that with that room. Just like lift all the planks of rotten wood just up into the air and then crashing back down.
I have to do a saving throw, it seems. I need to...
Azzy's gonna wreck it.
While we are doing this, can I do a battle medicine on Lizzie? Because not
I was
looking
going
great.
to do a lay on. I was going to do a lay on pause on
No,
Lizzie
no,
as well.
no. As soon as you get close to Lizzie, she goes, no, 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 no. Boyd has it, thank you.
Hey.
So, I'm going to do a
notes.
saving throw. It is a
34.
basic saving throw, fortitude.
Fortitude.
I mean, a lot of things don't have saving throws. So me saying I have to do a saving throw might give you a hint something there.
Here's the thing. This I can do at will. I need to re-up the aura but I can just keep doing this until the house is gone.
So there is a resistance there of the house, and like you feel something pushing back at you. You don't know what it is, but there's something powerful which is pushing back. So you're in this battle of which you're just pushing and pushing and pushing. If you say you can do this at will, then
so what happens is
you will win out.
The kinetic thing, like if a big spell like that gets rid of the kinetic aura, which means I need to resummon it, but once I've resummoned it, I can just do it again.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, like, there is this fight between you and there's something that created this haunt, and you're trying to destroy the haunt with this power of nature itself, and it's fighting, and like you are winning out, but it's taking. You thought it would be an instant thing.
This is also like, while in the moments between the 3 action casters, I'd like to try and intimidate, basically. So whichever wins out first, the 30 intimidation.
That's what you needed. As you're intimidating, like the haunt, suddenly all resistance goes, and everything just collapses and gets thrown up into the air. And then you can throw it wherever you want it to go.
Can you just lift it up and shake it around?
Yeah, because I can.
Use a sieve.
So anything in that area, I can lift it up, move individual creatures, and then drop them. So I'm going to move the key to one side and everything else to the other side.
You're gonna get a key to a room that doesn't exist anymore?
Okay.
Is it just to that room? It might not be just to that room. I don't know.
Fair enough.
It's like if
It might be a nice
If
makeup.
the only purpose of that key was to get into that room, why was it already in that room in the first place? And why would Karsh say, you leaving the key? Okay.
I was trying to think, well, you're also getting it for L'Oreal, so when you mention it, here, found you a key.
Yeah, exactly.
That was actually when I was prepping this, a thought.
Lyriel steals keys, Lizzie doesn't.
No, but give it to L'Oreal when we find him again. Hey, look, thinking about you.
We missed you.
My willpower. Here's a random key from when I nearly died again.
And once that's done,
It's happened 3 times, which isn't a lot, but one should happen.
And once that's done, I'm going to summon up the aura again, and this time I'm going to lay a hand on myself, and I'm going to use... where is it? Ocean's Balm. And get 21 points back.
Also, Lizzie, you heal for 47 total because of medic dedication too.
Which?
It's plus 10.
Thank you. You said 47 total?
Plus 10. So it's 47.
I'm then going to move up.
Yep,
I'm
47
then going to move
total.
up to Jake, and I'm going to do the same on him.
I think you're full after
Me?
Only
no,
16,
not quite.
unfortunately.
I am
Sorry.
18 down.
But we both have resistance 6 to fire for 10 minutes.
So I'm about to. Okay. And with all that wind and everything going on, that thin fog also dissipates, and he's blown away, and it was never here.
can I just quickly check the barn again to see if the horses are still there?
Are you going to the barn? Okay.
Yeah, let's have a quick look.
I think they want to fight the horses.
Just stay back here.
Just give me a moment.
I think they want to fight them.
Open the door. Are the horses still there? Or they're still crumpled?
Still there.
Closes the door, walks away. Yep, still horses.
I still think we should destroy him.
Sure, whatever you want to do, leader. You do what you want. You see, Boyd is a little bit like, just, my God, he gets angry. He gets really angry.
Yeah, I got that. Are you alright?
You do what you want, leader.
See, if you want to take care of it, you can, but I think we just put signs saying don't open dead inside and just walk off.
That could also work.
Maybe try undead.
Oh no, undead is on the other side of the fence. So you have to walk, you see dead, don't open dead inside, and you look on the side, it says undead.
I mean, if it's gonna give you more peace of mind, then let's just get rid of them then. That's fine. Yeah, it's fine. More peace of... I'm pretty sure some of these people can't read, so I don't think it's gonna work.
Well, Azzy, do you want to take care of it, or should we just go and hit it? Thank you.
My aura is already up. I'll walk over here. I'll open the door. Get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. What's the range on this one? 20 foot emanation, which is... So if I walk... Can I walk up to here? Without being attacked?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use Call the Hurricane. Oh, it doesn't roll. Why haven't I haven't, there we go. There we go, 23 bludgeoning damage. With a DC 27 fortitude save.
So as soon as like the wind starts up, and starts moving things about as the spell builds up, all three skeletons just crumble to the ground into dust.
There we go, that was easy.
And then you've still got the spell to throw.
Well, I let it go. But by doing that's another. It's an overflow impulse, which means it gets rid of the aura. So it's now gone, and I'm back to normal. And I just walk out of a drenched and ruined barn, and just kind of like dry myself off by just like grabbing the moisture from me and just throwing it to the side. They're dust. They won't be hurting anyone. No sign needed.
Good, great job. You did great. You did great. I'm kind of scared of him. You did great. Good job.
You feeling a bit better, Azzy?
Yeah, I really am now, actually.
That's good.
Okay.
Well, you can write in your thanks journal, helped city with derelict barn and house problem.
Well, we still... This isn't over. Whatever was...
Oh, it's not over,
whatever
but you can always...
caused that is not... It's not the end of whatever caused that ghost. But at least no one can get hurt coming here. Maybe they'll be able to repurpose it.
Not with the blight coming around, but...
What did it say? Old Lady Swinton...
Old ladies. Actually, no, we didn't hear that. There's only Lizzie heard it.
Yeah.
Was Lady Swinton was the lady I spoke to on the way out of the mortuary.
Sorry, I'm trying to find where Karsh posted it.
That was Homer Habenfield's wife.
Right.
You haven't heard
These are
Swinton
new
before.
names. These are new names.
Oh, but at least we got some names that I can ask around. When we're told.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think we
I guess I'm just a little confused because, I mean, these deaths have been kind of everywhere, right? So, did this one man know everyone and he was kind of trying to make people die? Because that's kind of what the ghost sounded like, or was it just taking his form?
I have no idea.
Can I roll a religion to figure out how this haunt could have been created?
Yep,
Can I roll an occult?
both are applicable.
I have neither.
I have religion
Well,
that I will
Wow.
pass.
Okay. So, even with the 21, you're still only getting vagueness.
31.
With a 31,
natural 20.
with a natural 20, a 31
I'm still
critical,
getting
yes.
vague.
You're still getting vague because these are rare as rare. So you recall talks like stories of things called haunts where a very powerful, usually spiritual like not spiritual but like occult or necromantic that type of event happens in like a single location, fixates like their energy and stores that energy into the location. And they are very, very powerful and very, very dangerous, and very hard to exercise. You can mute them for a little bit by an exorcism with religion or even intimidation. But getting rid of them fully, you might not think that's even possible. But whatever happened here was very strong to do this or prolonged.
Do you
I have
think
a
it was?
specific question. Do haunts, are they natural or are they like, is it like a
Manufactured.
necromancer behind it? They're manufactured.
They're actually kind of a natural thing, a natural backlash of a large event or large or ongoing event of necromantic type things.
All I'm trying to work out
Maybe-
is someone else did this, because we know this person was the
Yeah.
first.
They're not usually a deliberate thing. They're a backlash, an accident.
Maybe this person was so traumatized by the nightmares that they were being caused that also killed them?
From what we've heard, don't think this person will be traumatized. Remember the mayor said they're reveling in the fact of the death?
Well, you can be an ass and still be hurt.
Possibly, but this isn't the last we're going to hear of this, I reckon.
Don't you guys remember that when I revived the corpse and it talked all crazy? It's similar to this, right?
Well,
So
it was
there-
talking about how it was burning in fire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
And this dude was
the-
talking about how people would burn in fire.
She rides with spies of fire, the night lady, oh, the fire it burns.
Who's
But-
the night lady?
He was talking about how they would be punished and like all these different people would burn in fire. So it seems associated.
Either way, I think we should
need
head
to-
out of this area before something happens again.
But Jake, if you said that the ghost will eventually come back, then maybe we should put up a sign. Or at least tell someone when we get back that this place is dangerous.
Oh, well, tell the
and should
mayor.
not- Yeah.
We're only really here to put on a show. We're circus performers. We're not adventurers. Who are we kidding? We're adventurers who just sideline as circus people. So unless anyone's got anything else we want to do here, apart from put up a sign saying...
No, I want to get out of here as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Liz, you're still quite hurt.
Yeah, can we please leave this place? This place is not great.
Fine. Thank you, Azzy. I'll pass.
Okay, well, I
Yeah,
think we
let's
should head
get-
back to town, find out where we're staying,
Let's get the hell out of here.
decompress, and then maybe head to the tower tomorrow. Or head towards the tower tomorrow.
Well, I think tomorrow we need to
Towards
head
Fernie.
Oh, toward the
Exactly.
yeah, Fernie, then the tower.
Fernie first and then the tower.
Alright then, let's find a place to sleep. Find a
Well,
place to go.
I booked us rooms, remember? Before Boyd decided to fight a raccoon.
Oh, if we, I thought that's
How
just for
did
you
that
to-
raccoon go anyway? And
Well,
as they
I
start
mean, it
walking
was-
off.
Cheap enough to fight all of them.
So
Oh, that's...
the journey is quite like you can see in the dark, so there's nothing sneaking up on you. But the journey's just quiet and just like every now and then you hear an animal in this like in the distance, but it's just a nice quiet night walking back to town. It's the 2 miles back to town.
Every 10 minutes I can reuse that healing.
So if anyone needs healing, that's
And so Liz,
Yes.
if you accept it,
I'm alright, thank you.
otherwise both of us, Jake and me, are both back up to full.
Well, so if Boyd is taking care of Lizzie...
What if I cast harm on you, Lizzie? Would that help?
I
Wink,
would
wink.
rather you not.
That was out of character. I'm getting suspicious.
Oh, I'm already suspicious, but it's their choice to tell us when they're ready.
Exactly.
I don't read backgrounds. So, but I have to sit through slideshows, so I might know.
Oh, God. Me with cockatrices is you with slideshows.
I know. So the town is quiet by the time you get there. The tavern is mostly empty. There's only a couple of people there. You get a feeling that the tavern itself is more just for passers through that have to stop overnight, etc., and can't do the trip to Carrick in one day, or the trip back home possibly in one day. So you have the place pretty much to yourself, and unless there's something else you want to do, we can move on to the next day.
Not
Unless you want
particularly.
Well,
think so.
I would like to have a quick chat with Lizzie.
Sure, if she's got her own room. You can.
Yeah. You hear her knocking at the door, and Jake just says, "Can I come in for a moment?"
One moment. Sure.
I hate to be disrespectful here, but I know you don't want to be touched for healing. Is there anything else we should be aware of that might hurt if we get into sticky situations again? Just so we know how to help you if you have any problems.
Boyd
And
and I know
Boyd's-
how to take care of each other. Just let us
Yeah, of course, I fully
deal
respect
with one
that.
another.
But if Boyd's out of action and you're out of action and we want to try to
Then
help...
we've done something gravely wrong.
Okay. Well, again, I thought just it'd be polite to check just to make sure that we're not doing anything wrong for you.
I appreciate that. We work as a pretty well-oiled machine. I take care of the front lines, and he makes sure I don't go down.
Okay. Well, if there is anything that we can do to help, please let us know. We're stronger together than apart.
Of course, and feel free to do the same if there's anything particular about y'all.
Jake will then probably go through 5 minutes of just running through how we would operate. You've seen some of it, but give ideas about what Leafy can turn into, what Azzy can do, Blueberry Wisteria, and how the... Just a basic run through of battle strategies and how we operate as a unit.
Yeah.
Just to
she'll
give them
gladly
some
try and talk with
advice.
you and just let you know and, ask questions about people's, relative sturdiness, protectiveness, abilities, things of that nature. Different strategies for flanking and things of that.
Yeah.
Noting that she prefers to be a little bit closer to her enemies just so that she can control, the fact that they don't get too close to, squishier members of the party and things like that. But she can do things, et cetera, et cetera. And just, we'll talk to you for a while. Very pleasant.
Okay. Very pleasant talk. Just, again, keeping it business-like, but eventually Jake will bring out a cup of tea and just have a sip and offer you a little bit.
That's all right. I'm not really hungry. Or thirsty, I guess, right now. But by all means, you're welcome to.
Thank you.
I like to cut from like the really nice bonding experience for a second, and then just
Okay.
cut to Boyd making explosives in his room, making bombs and drugs and things like that.
As he's next door trying to sleep, just
Yeah.
I've done it, Siler! I've done it! I finished it!
I
Just
truly hope that you don't take us separating ourselves from the circus too personally. I mean, honestly, I do it in part for your benefit. I know that Boyd can be a little bit boisterous at times, and a little bit boneheaded. I want people to know that his excitability and penchant for request and coin is not a reflection upon you, but we aren't experts. I don't want anything that we do to reflect poorly on you. I don't want us making decisions for what you're going to do.
And I
I don't want people asking us questions that we won't have the answers to. I mean, if they're asking us, do you have giant elephants that you ride in on? I have no idea.
Well, Leafy can be a giant elephant.
I'm sure that's honestly quite useful when it comes to a circus. I guess I never really thought about different ways that magic and that kind of thing could be used to fake something, natural but trained.
That's it. There's just so much that goes in entertainment that we use in a general facility that really does help. And I do appreciate that you're running, for lack of a term, your own company. And we're here to help you and help find our friends. And help our friends. And hopefully one day you'll see us as your friends too. Not just acquaintances.
I mean, by all means, you are friends. Please forgive me, I don't know you too terribly well just yet. It's only been a few weeks.
Yeah, and times like that, it does take time to get used to a person, especially Azzy. Well, Azzy hasn't been the same for a while.
What happened with... was that like a Lydia and Van thing, or was that...
Yeah, there were feelings, best way to describe it. And when a choice was made, it reflected poorly on the other people.
That is incredibly vague, but we'll understand
I try
that
best.
it's not really my business.
And it's also not my story to tell.
You swore an oath.
Exactly, that's what I said. I said it's not my story to tell. So I left enough vagueness there to work it, enough to say there's stuff that has happened. But all in all, they were friends, and we come to our friends' help when we can.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm sure that they would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah. And hopefully that when you're ready to tell us how we can help you, we can help you.
Well, I mean, as I said, with Boyd now, we're really just looking into the Aeon. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. With Boyd now, we're really just looking into the Aeon Towers. I'm trying to get as much information as possible. I know it may seem foolish, but,
Well, we have been in one of the Aeon Towers, so you can always ask us the question. What are you trying to find?
Well, Boyd in particular is looking to harness some power. I am just looking for more information on the dead god and to see if I can find any information about how he died. Like I said, it's a bit of a personal project. I know it seems out there, but
Hey, no.
never hurts to have ambitions.
Now, this is where I go to the inventory and figure out, did Dell take that big book? Sorry, I'll take the big... Bugger.
Have you met Lyriel?
Yes, I have.
Remember, she was going to
seasons
open
worth.
She took it.
She was going to have her own library of stolen books.
Libraries, or Lyriel's Library of Liberated Literature.
And the
All
only way
the
to take the book
alliteration.
out would be to steal the book.
No, you're allowed to look at the book. If you steal it, I hunt you down and I steal it back.
So we're going to move the scene on. And we're going to move through we're at night time. We're going to move the scene on. And I did just ask a few questions. This is more similar to what you'd see in, say, a City of Mist style game, but it's applicable here too. And in that type of game, you do need to be honest. So what would Jake feel guilty about or shameful about? What was his greatest guilt or shame? What would keep him up all night? Give him nightmares, maybe.
Oh, great. Sorry, I have a file for this.
If you need to look up the file,
Are you about to ask me this
File of
question too?
nightmares.
yeah.
Okay,
File of
I
nightmares.
really got to think about that one. Lizzie doesn't have a lot of guilt. That's my problem.
You got to have something.
I know.
Something deep down. What do you fear? What was shameful?
All right, here we go. Oh, damn, I didn't have to expect to actually use this information.
I mean, just between us. No one else listening. No one else at all.
Nope.
Would you like us to
No,
take
that's
a
all right. No, that's all right.
Can if you-
Okay, so what you would... Jake's brother Elwood, who was deaf as in couldn't hear from birth, was trained to be a cleric of Iomade, Iomedaie, Iomade, but was killed by a worshipper of Nogbora,
Norgaber.
Yep.
during training, and that made Jake leave his town. So it'll
why-
be shame of leaving the town. Do with that information as you will.
So, well, this is more like you dealing with the information as that is your nightmare that you live that night. But for Dell, what about Lizzie? What's Lizzie's greatest shame or guilt?
In her nightmare, there is a profound feeling of weakness and hunger and thirst. The world around her seems like it's spinning a little bit, and it is a big town, not a city, but a big town that is just dead silent. The smell of rot fills the air, and she wants desperately to be crying but can't. And though there are bodies that litter the ground, she turns a corner and there's movement. And there's another person, and they're not dead. They don't smell like the rot. And there's instinct, and there's blood, and then there's there's a moment of change where it goes from warm and calming and satisfying to cold and coagulated and disgusting, and realization of what she has done sits in. And there's no longer any hunger or burning dryness. And the world has stopped spinning as it was. And she doesn't feel weak anymore, but she is still shaking, and she doesn't stop shaking.
And you wake up shaking and fatigued, just as Jake wakes up fatigued. Fatigue 1.
Your fighters are fatigued 1. You're screwed.
I don't think fatigued has a value. It's just
Well, if there is a...
yeah.
Yeah. Usually they have value, so I'm just assuming value with fatigue
Yeah.
1. Yeah. Because often they'll tell me fatigue and won't give me a value, so it's usually... But anyway, so I did mention there was more than one thing going off, and that was the other one, which both Boyd and Lorian... Yeah, well, Lorian
Very
passed.
glad I re-rolled on that one.
So it's the morning time. It's some people slept far better than others.
Oh yeah, perfectly, amazingly actually.
All right, morning.
Good morning.
5 more minutes.
What is going on, everybody? Well, hello.
You okay, Jake? You're usually quite chipper in the morning.
I know. Hello, nightmares. Hooray.
Nightmares.
Yep.
Same.
Oh no.
So we've
yeah,
had a bad day. Yep.
I'm
So
sure
this
we
has
don't need to
become a
worry
more of
about
a-
it just yet.
This has become more of an important problem.
It sure has. Okay.
Doesn't stop us from doing what we're here to do, though.
I have a suggestion.
Where would we
Have
get
you-
10 tons of baked Alaska pudding?
I don't know what that is. Have you heard of dream journals?
I remember mine quite vividly. I don't need to write it down.
Just in case. It's a suggestion.
Oh, that's a great
Not
suggestion.
a...
It's more about, you have that one moment where you felt like you've absolutely screwed up everything.
Yeah, plenty.
Exactly. So imagine the worst one of those, run on repeat all night through your head. That was mine anyway.
I don't need to imagine. I'm so sorry.
The important thing is knowing to continue moving on. That's the important thing.
Yeah,
I remind
I don't
myself
think
that
mine
every
was
day.
I don't think mine was linked to something supernatural and scary and chariot of a lady with fire. Though. Be mindful. Be careful.
Yeah, and
This
I'm also letting you
could
know
be
about this now so that if stuff goes wrong with me or Lizzie, we know how to fix. You know that we're not at. Well, I'm not at 100% of my game. I'm not. I don't want to speak for Lizzie.
Yeah, of course. Right.
And for your information, fatigued.
More things to do.
It gives you a -1 to AC and saving
That-
throws, and you can't use exploration activities performed while traveling.
So
That sucks.
It does. So,
Oh boy.
yeah. That being said, if people ask Jake directly what's going on, what was in his dream, he would tell them he doesn't feel any shame in it now, but at the point it was shameful for him.
I think as he would ask, it's his. You know, it's not his place to pry. Are you still okay to continue onward to?
Oh, we'll be fine. Just might take a little bit longer to get to Fernie.
I hope so. Right. So I think what we'll do is make sure we mention to the mayor about this haunt, and even though we've dealt with it for now, might come back. So be careful and probably keep people away from there.
Does the mayor say anything about it?
Are you going to just send a message to?
Yeah,
Like, it's up to-
we are telling the mayor on the way through.
Yeah, I
Isn't
think
you-
they're going.
Are you going all the way to the mayor's place, or are you just sending a message, like to?
We'll pop by. Yeah.
That's like 2 miles out of town, and then you have to come back to town, then to go.
No, if that's the case, then we'll probably drop a letter to them.
Yeah.
Also, I think I'll leave in the letter a transcription of what the ghost said.
Okay.
And so just like those names are there, so that if these people are targets, perhaps, you know, we can like, or if they're still alive, or maybe they'll be targeted. I don't know. It's just good that the mayor has those names.
And maybe on the bottom of the letter, Jake would suggest Azzy, just say on the letter, just say that we're heading off to Fernie. If there's anything else we might be forgetting or might be useful, please let us know.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So are you walking, or you're trying to, like, you're buying animals or hiring a cart?
We'll try and hire a car, I think.
And hiring a cart, it's easy to do. It's like it's not going to even cost you much. Like what's about a tenth of a cart's cost? And we'll do it.
Everyone goes to the...
I don't even know how much.
3 gold.
Three
3 gold.
Three
per
gold,
cart.
and that's with horses as well.
But that's the
Oh, yeah.
price of a cart itself, so like
It's a full cart. Renting one. Yeah, it's like 3
Well,
silver.
3 silver.
No, we're going to be doing a
I'd
lot
say
of walking
with
around.
horses, 3 gold. And that's providing horses to
I
go.
say with all the walking around and stuff we're going to be doing around this area, I think owning a horse and cart would be a good idea.
Well, yeah,
If
but
it's
in
only
that case, we
if it's only going to cost 3 gold, then
yeah, not a bad idea. How
Then-
much the pack
yeah.
was?
You then need to find a horse to board, but yes, it's a good idea.
Leafy?
Yeah, that's the thing. We're gonna need to take care. We're gonna have to take care of the horse, and we're gonna have to like stabilize.
Leafy, a Leafy, our druid, can turn into a horse.
Or blueberry.
Blueberry, who's now grown.
Yeah? It'd be a nice little advertising for the Circle of the Broken Chain, just walking by with a beer, instead of a horse-drawn cart, a bear-drawn cart.
I mean, we can say that that's the thing, and we can
Yeah.
work about it later if, like, when Emi
need
comes
to.
back, if she
Yeah.
wants to deal with that or not. But we can always retro it.
Yeah.
Like you have funds. It's not that big a deal to buy a cart or a horse in such a rural landscape,
Yeah.
or just a cart and a bear. Looks weird, but I mean,
No,
so
that's
does having
exactly
a
what
bear.
works. A cart and a bear driven by a shoonie. In this area, though, it's not as rare as it could be.
And you head off onto the roads. That'll be even like early morning, or not early morning, but late morning. You'll be on the road, all set. Going north, along the Verdant Passage. Only a few miles, and it turns off towards, like, there's a sign that, like, towards Fernie. And you can start seeing like again like the ground's not that great. You see just like sprawling, like there's farms everywhere, but around shooting, like there's more like little mounds around the showers, around the farms.
And do we see signs of the blight that we saw around the other farm?
You see little bits here and there. It's not as often, but just rare instances of like discolorations. Shooting itself, like you almost pass it and realize, oh wait, is that shooting? So it's not shooting. Is that Fernie? It's like
Fernie?
it's just a couple. It's just a couple of buildings rather than anything.
And
They even stop by.
Well, we have to go
there's someone
through
if there's someone
Fernie
to get,
to
like,
go
a-
through spring.
I mean, yeah, I want if there's anything to just get a bite to eat and pick up any rumors and like potential info about the tower.
Yeah.
But not like we're not probably not gonna like spend a lot stay the night.
Well, how long has it been through travel today?
I mean,
half the day?
It wouldn't even be half the day. You'd be around lunchtime.
Could we investigate just a few of the blight spots as we're kind of stopping?
You'd be going off road, but as you investigate the blight spots, like the ground itself, as you go off and investigating, like they're more obvious, like when there's like grass or where you normally expect a greenery, but it's just turned yellow. And
Does it seem gradual or is it very stark? Like here's a circle that is just totally blighted.
no, it does seem to be a gradual.
Gradual.
Like you might
okay.
not see it initially, but once you look further, it's like, oh wait, like you, as if like when you like in the middle somewhere, you look one way it's yellow and the other way it's like, oh wait, there's a discoloration, then back to green, and you didn't really notice it initially until it's like, oh wait, yeah, it is there.
Okay.
And it's certainly a yellowing, and it's like as if they've bleached that greenness out of the land into a yellowing, almost a yellow white.
Yeah. I think it could be helpful though to stop and stay the night somewhere to maybe see if we can't shake off the nightmare.
It'd only be
That's
midday.
I know. I mean, if we're stopping anyway and catching rumors, I'm just might not be the best idea to go there fatigued.
I agree there, but yeah, but
I mean, they're not responding anymore, so it's kind of like, you know. Well, they stopped responding the last time when I said that we were with all of you, so it's like the same thing. Been reducing my, you know, spell pen pal stuff, so it's like, you know.
instead of like 3 a day, it's 1 a day.
Instead of 1 a day, it's like once every 2 to 3 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a powerful spell.
I mean, we can stop
It is.
Inferni. If you want to stop Inferno, we can. I mean, we can get some rumors. We can figure out exactly what's going on. I don't
I'd
know.
love
We have
to
all the
hear
time in the
if,
world to.
You know, anyone there has experienced any strange deaths too. Just if we're already there.
Maybe get some information about this ladybird.
What? Wait, what?
The lady, the thing the ghost said. The lady thing.
If there's any here.
Oh, if there's any of them that's passed away recently from nightmares, obviously. If we can maybe find one of those. Any corpses we find laying on the side of the road. Anything else, you know, just whatever rumors pop up.
Were we
We've been on
told
the
who the
road
leader
enough.
was Fernie again?
Do a society check to remember. And you were riding with Shunies
Yeah.
on the way to Matt and Cleve. You might have heard of there if you weren't told by Oppo of Andy. Elder Roshaya. that down there.
Thank you. If that's the case, then unless anyone else has any other ideas, I would actually no, I would have to anyway, because we still got that letter of introduction, don't we? We didn't give.
Yep.
So I would go to the elder, and just say, I'll ask about the elder, figure out where they are, and go and have a meeting.
So, you find yourself in a like, it's not really a tavern, but it's more an eatery. There's no real like place to stay overnight, but there's food, there's drinks. A thick smell of pipeweed hangs in the air. There's about a dozen Shunies eating here around lunchtime. As you're looking for it, and at the table is Elder Rashea. I say an elderly Shuni, who just carries with her that just a presence of being respected in the community. Unlike maybe Boyd. Sorry, I had to.
Not yet. I'm not yet a fellow with the community. Not yet.
So Elder Shun is like smoking herself. Pretty much everybody in here in the room is smoking pipeweed. By the way, don't smoke, boys and girls. It's bad for you. This is a fantasy role-playing game, and that's what this town is famous for: pipeweed. But
It's actually listed down there as pipeweed, is it?
yes,
Yeah.
Wow.
This is a fantasy world. They have free healthcare. It's all good.
yeah. So on the table,
Like Australia, free healthcare.
So on the table is your lunch, your meal set out for you. There's flagons of hops if you would like it. If not, water or nothing.
I would like milk if they have any.
Milk is harder to come by, and they don't have milk for you.
Jake would have a flagon of hops, because why not? He grew up around this stuff, so he understands it's actually sometimes clearer than the water.
So what would you like to ask Elder Shini? What can I do for you? We don't have many circuses traveling through town.
Just want to know anything you can tell us about the Wellspring Tower.
We used to be a way stop through for those visiting the Wellspring. There's an old track at the back of town that goes through. It's a bit rickety now. No one really uses it, but it's down there. We haven't really seen many people use it over the last several years. So it used to have a spring, well, hence why the Wellspring Tower, feeding the creek that goes all the way out to Matten Cleave. It's been dried up for a little bit.
Okay, well, has anyone of interest passed through here lately, trying to go to the Wellspring Tower, or has it just been anyone at all, really?
I mean, there were some weird circus folk a while back, come to think of it, but I mean, that's been a little bit. I haven't seen them back. I mean, assuming they've gone and had a look, done their offerings or whatever they wanted to do, and come back.
Can in character Jake pull out an old poster from the circus and just say, "Does it look like these two people?"
Maybe. I mean, probably not. Like some characteristics, maybe, but yeah, I don't know.
Like close-ish. In very vague terms.
I mean, probably not. Maybe.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, anyway,
We-
that's something else we're working on. But we also talked to Oppo Vandy in the Carrick, and at this point we'll bring out the note of introduction and say that, well, we've been hired to come around to the Swordlands and do circus performances for people.
Oh, I mean,
To bring some, apparently it's not been that great around here lately.
I mean, good cheer up for everybody. There's not really a place for you to like put a circus if you're looking to have one here, but I'm sure we can figure something else.
We've got a place over Matt and Cleve, but what we might ask is that we chuck some posters up, because it's not that far of a trip for people, is it?
I mean, it's not really that far. I mean, only a couple of hours walk.
Hey,
If you're setting up in Matt and Cleve, I'm sure if you advertised out here, you get a good business in Matt and Cleve instead of performing at Matt and Cleve and then coming out here and performing.
Yeah, I just want to see what's the best for you. But anyway, so that's something else. But we want to check out the Wellspring Tower first. Unless there's any rumours about going on or anything that we need to be aware of.
There's nothing really out the out at the Wellspring these days, but it's up to you if you want to get out there. Like as I said, we used to have pilgrims. As for rumours, you kind of need to do a roll for that one.
Yeah, and I think after this we should wrap it up.
Yeah.
Once I find my sheet.
Lizzie wants to ask about, the dreams and stuff, but it's getting really late here. And I have work in the morning.
Well,
without Emi, we could hit this time, which we usually wouldn't.
Yeah.
Well, which is why, I was.
Okay.
It works because Emi's time is good for me.
Yep. So what was the thing again?
I'm
was
looking
the role
at it.
society or
I'm
diplomacy?
kind of fading.
Yeah, everyone's late except for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What would you want me to roll? Sorry, society or diplomacy?
I think it's diplomacy.
Okay, good. I can have one more in that one.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh.
Or stop.
I mean, I'll give you a +1 to that because you're speaking to the mayor. Because
Okay, fair
you
enough.
needed 1. The D6s aren't that high. Can you roll a D6, please?
Okay. Or a 4.
Okay. She does mention something. I hear that. I'm sorry about this one. I hear that one of our.
Ow! Sorry.
Okay.
Cat. Cat.
Yeah, I knew exactly what it was. I hear that one of our folk down at Caston Lee sings to the dead. If that might work for your show.
It must be pretty famous. This is the second time we've heard about it. We heard about it on we heard some shoonies coming up from Carrick to Matt and Cleve. So it must be really famous. Thank you for that.
I'm sorry, you're just rolling the same thing. Sorry.
I know. I'm just rolling with it.
I know.
And I would suggest that Jake and the elder Rashuna. I'm horrible with names. And the elder, and we just sit down and chat while everyone else just relaxes for the rest of the afternoon. And we'll come back next week with the chat, and we can just talk about the dreams and stuff.
Dreams and nightmares. So, outros, and let's...
Outros and sleep.
Sleep for others.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for sticking by the way. It is greatly appreciated. You can tell I'm a producer in real life, can't you?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'll go first then because I'm the one chatting. Hello, I'm MrLiveProducer. I have been playing your ringmaster of the Circus of the Broken Chain and also Pug with a very, very big weapon. You can catch me on twitch.tv/MrLiveProducer where I mostly do VR content and other assorted stuff. So yay! I'm shiny.
Lorian?
Hi, I'm Lorian Ross, playing Azzy, the Kobold Kineticist. I'm still taking a break from music. I've been doing a bunch of art. There's not much going on with me at the moment. But, I'm very tired.
It's always the end bit that you get confused on, isn't it?
Okay. Will, Del, pick one.
Yeah, I'll just go. Hey everyone, name's Will. I've been playing Void. It's been a lot of fun today. Lots and lots of. We all just want to be in combat over and over again because our new characters are fun to play and we want to kill things. So yes.
And you've got new feats to play with.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Del. I've been playing Elizabeth Daywalker, the human gunslinger. Ditto to the combat. Absolutely love combat. But yeah, I don't exist outside of this game. I simply cease to be.
Okay. And I'm still trying to find somewhere to go because like everything's really quick now. My name's Karsh Goblin. This is Goblin KTV. Welcome. Thank you everybody for coming in. Thank you our amazing cast. It's been great. We had a little bit of technical issues, but we got it sorted. We're good. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you. Like, subscribe, all the bits and pieces. It's free. And it helps us out a lot. If you're not watching on YouTube, why are you watching not on YouTube? We have so much stuff there. Go check us out. There's so much stuff on YouTube for us. We've been doing this for 5 years. Some of our cast members have been here for 5 years, i.e. Will and Lorian. And we have, in theory, RuneQuest at the end of the week. I'm really hoping we get it working. It's been a long time since we've been playing, but that's also what's going on. And that hopefully is tomorrow. We specialize in other role-playing games, not just this role-playing game, and not just, well, we don't even have D&D until Lauren brings it back. So we are going to just, I know. That's why I pretty much say we don't have D&D, but I know that's still there. It's up to you.
As much as I would love to, I don't have the capacity for it, I'm afraid.
Yeah. And we enjoyed ourselves, but it's still, I totally understand. Totally understand. Let's just go Defenders of the Kobold because, like, it's been a while since we've rated them. They're playing something. I don't know what they're playing, but they are playing something while playing Wires. We'll raid them. I'll get that set up. My computer's running really slow, but that's going to be on after the credits roll. But thank you, everyone. Let's go. Wow, that was...
Sorry, she's very...
That was a scary thing.
She has a very loud purr.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Meh.